Hello, everybody. Welcome back to This Week in Broken Crown or whatever, where Spoo Woon,
Oh, whoa.
as usual, has fighting with technology.
Why? It's just because. Do you know what it is? It's because if I unplug my headphones for some bizarre reason, right? Sonar Gaming
Resets everything.
resets everything, which means if I plug the headphones in, I have to manually set everything back to go through that jack. And that for some reason affects both OBS and the sonar thing. Like, why? Why do you have to do this every freaking time?
Have you considered not unplugging the headphones?
Yes, but on the rare occasion that I have to, for some bizarre reason, for weird, crackhead, spastic, I almost said fascistic reasons.
Yes, for my normal fascistic reasons. Anyway, we're also joined tonight.
I don't like minorities. That's the reason.
I know. By Scrump. We just, if you're joining us over from Scrump stream, we did a dual passing of the baton over here. So
we spoke about monarchy.
We did speak about monarchy.
Yes, this is 102.5, The Venus, coming at you live. I've come here because this is a crossover episode.
Yay!
This is our crossover episode. No, we did the Reign of the Steward back over on my channel. I will actually use this opportunity to do a rare little bit of shilling.
Shill.
I'm actually going to shill. Look,
Shill.
I'm shilling.
And I'll assist you. I'll pin it. There you go.
Yes, I'll put the YouTube in. That's my YouTube channel. We had a nice stream over there about monarchism and monarchy because people keep bothering me about it as well. I know people keep bothering you guys about it. So yes, I am
put out
here.
something funny here.
Eh?
Just because I think Scrump will laugh at this.
Okay.
Benjamin Boyce, he's doing that was a premiere, so we can watch it later. But it's called Late Stage Midwit Empire.
I mean, great.
That's such a great title. That is a great title.
That's a real banger. That is a real banger. So
I do actually really like Benjamin. Like he's interviewing some spicy people lately.
I've known Benjamin for several years now. He's a lovely person. He's a really cool guy.
Very cool.
He's interviewed you. He's interviewed me twice. So, Scrump, have you talked to or done an interview with Benjamin Boyce?
I have
You really
not.
should.
I haven't. If you want to put me in touch, feel free.
Yeah, I guarantee he'd be interested in talking to you. Anywho, where do we start? There's been some interesting happenings over the last week or so.
Has there? Because I haven't been paying attention to any of it. I was busy avoiding bird flu.
As much as I would like, is it? Are you talking about me?
No.
Is this? Oh.
No. The Birdman thing, bird flu.
Geez.
Woman, it's not all about you.
Okay, well, but everyone calls me a bird. Everyone calls me a bird.
But I wasn't avoiding you for a week.
said something. It must be about me. No.
He said we had burbs, so I forgot that he fried that chicken. Also, I said this over on your stream, but I will say it here. What I realized when I was listening to, if you guys have not seen it, Spoon released a nearly 2.5 hour long video responding to that Birdman freak, who is a complete loser, by the way. But when I was listening through your video, Spoon, I started like, this guy, he only has like 5 words that he uses. So I went to his video and I just did if I was going to be pretentious, which I am, I did a quick content analysis. And what I found in my content analysis is that, actually, do I have the data up here on exactly what it was? I did leave it in a comment, but essentially, he uses the word grift and or grifter just statistically, not exactly every, but statistically, every 99 seconds in a 56-minute long video. He used, I'd actually like to find that, let me pull it up because it's on your video. I'd like to actually pull up my full data analysis. Ugh. Right? The aristocratic
utensil. Yes.
Let me find your video here just so I can, sorry if you hear it for a second here, lads. No, you don't. Okay, cool. Okay, so it was, the word grift or grifter occurs 34 times or every 99 seconds, meaning every minute and a half of a 56-minute long video included some variation of that word. If you include his other favorites within his highly limited lexicon, racism or racist occurs 17 times or every 3.6 minutes. If you include you people occurs 10 times or every 5.6 minutes. Nazi occurs 9 times or every 6.2 minutes, and parrot occurs 7 times or every 8 minutes. I didn't even think. I think I missed white supremacy.
Isn't it?
I think white supremacy also. It was another one where it occurred like so frequently that it was insane. The grifter thing was it really set me off because like he couldn't go a single sentence basically without calling someone a grifter. Yeah. But anyway, yes, I'm Statsbergian. I'm always Statsbergian. I'm a statistician. Allegedly.
I'm sorry, Aiden,
in my mind.
All we can hear is tweet.
You know was one of the funniest moments in the thing is where he said, so Drinker put up a tweet about the character creation screen in the new Dragon Age with the Kunari, which is like wokeness personified. It's very clear that this is not what the Kunari looks like. And he just said, because this game is being perceived as being woke, and I just put Jim's laugh over it, just because it's so absurd. And I just looked at him and went, and you think it isn't? And he's like, this is how he grifts. I'm like, grifting is clearly in your lexicon just things that disagree with me politically. That's
anything I dislike, yes. Anything I dislike, anything I disagree with. It's funny because my new video, well, it's almost ready. I did tell my potential advertiser I could get back to them by today, and I'll tell him back. It's like, hang on, sorry about that. I had a fucking migraine, which I did earlier today. I took some codeine, which I don't normally. I won't normally take something that bad, but I don't think I've ever actually had a proper migraine before. Because I legitimately like my eye on the right hand side of my face, I couldn't open it. It was just like, it was so messed up. The headache was so. Oh, this little bastard!
How the hell am I?
Sorry, there was one of those fucking crane flies that just flew in here. It's trying to get out of the cold, and I killed the little bastard. Anyway, I hate those crane flies. I hate them so much.
It makes
bane of my existence.
In this episode, Aiden smushes the bug.
Look, I love spiders. Spiders are great. I see a spider right above me right now. He's a cute little spider. He's just hanging out up there. He's a good guy. Crane flies, however, I hate. Aiden rants about spiders. Anyway, not spiders, but crane flies.
And Scrump is a spicy word.
On bottom gear. So, you guys apparently, neither one of you knew about this stuff involving the Twitch bans. So,
I know there was one chick who said something about soldiers deserve to get PTSD.
That is
yes.
Frogan. We'll
Twitch
get to her.
banning brown people. I don't Habibi it.
Wow, I know.
Yeah. But can we just pull up Twitch's TOS?
Speaking of, I need to take a Twitch's TOS. Oh yeah, yes. I should bring it up because I didn't have that brought up, but
does it mention Israel now?
No, it doesn't. It's like, here's the thing: is that
I think I have it here.
Yeah, if you can pull it up for me, I'm taking my own.
Oh no, I've just realised that my channel's going to get banned now because we never told us about loving the nation of Israel during the stream.
We'll be fine.
Oh no.
I'll have
Scrump, how could you?
As this is the second part of the crossover to my YouTube overlords, I will say that we do love and cherish the nation of Israel.
It's not just us. Everyone in the chat, right? We all here. We love and cherish the nation of Israel.
But
can we all get some love, some hearts in the chat for the nation of Israel that we all love so much?
By the way, have you guys seen him meltdown lately?
Who?
Ben Shapiro.
Whom Stiffeth? Has Benny Boy been melting
really
down?
Funny. Yeah, he went like completely apeshit lately.
Over the Israel-Palestine stuff.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not surprised. But
okay, so
anyway,
if you were to just pull that up on screen when you have a moment, just scroll down to the bit where it says hateful conduct.
You see what? Okay, wait. All right, let's pull this up real quick.
Jews rock. Sorry.
You need some items balancing?
The chat.
We'll get that. We'll get that here in a minute. We'll get some items balancing here in a moment. Yeah. So, instruction to safety on Twitch. We'll scroll down to your bottom.
It's not that far down.
Not that far down.
It's about midway through.
Harmful, misinformation actors, prohibited gambling content, prohibited games.
No, a little bit higher.
Adult nudity, sexual content, sensitive content.
No, scroll up.
What?
There you go.
Sexual harassment. harassment?
No, slightly higher.
Civility and respect?
No, just above harassment.
Wait.
Hateful content.
There.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Twitch does not permit behavior that is motivated by hatred, prejudice, or intolerance, including behavior that promotes or encourages discrimination, denigration, harassment, or violence based on the following protected characteristics: race, ethnicity, color, caste, national origin, immigration status, religion, sex, gender identity, sexual orientation, disability, serious medical condition, and veteran status. Well, we're going to find out that a bunch of these lefty streamers have done all of that.
But look at this, right? It says there, we also provide certain protections for age, which are express noted in examples. The only thing that isn't listed there is weight. Everything else makes literally every single human being on fucking planet Earth
Protected,
and then it says,
But that's protected by disability.
Oh, no. Hang on. No, race. Let's be clear what race and ethnicity refer to. Only not whites.
Yes, but specifically, every single person on planet Earth can be lumped into one of those categories. And then it says,
pretty much
by prejudice or intolerance.
Well, except white men.
If I were to follow this TOS, it means I cannot criticize any other human being.
Unless you are a white man who's not gay or disabled or a veteran.
Yes, but this is how this goes. Is everybody knows this doesn't mean anything because it'll be selectively enforced, because if you went by this then
everything is banned.
It means
everything's banned.
Everyone would get banned the moment you are mean, because this is the thing. If you discriminate against somebody based on like hiring practices of quality, that's a form of discrimination. Now, it's not listed here, obviously, quality, but I guarantee you if the person being discriminated against was gay, they would lump that in as a sexual orientation or whatever. This is why this kind of list in our civilization is so toxically Orwellian and retarded, because it's selectively enforced and it can mean basically anything.
Well, yeah, of course.
You're just walking on eggshells when you don't know it's going to break. It's just dumb.
Obviously, we know that this is because they are the people who set the exception.
Yes.
And that's why it's to have a catch-all and then set the exceptions. That's terms of service make a lot more sense if you understand the concept of the exception, which most people don't. But as soon as I understood that, I was like, oh, right, that's why terms of service is like that. They're designed to create these complete blanket situations where it is completely discretionary about how enforcement is done. So everything is...
If everyone is protected, no one's protected.
But what I can tell from what's currently happening at Twitch is that, as we know, about a week ago, Asmongold got suspended from Twitch because he said that Muslim cultures more broadly, I think, but he was specifically talking about Palestinians are a backwards culture that throw gays off of roofs.
He shouldn't have apologized.
Which is true. He did apologize and
which was
copped out on it. Well, because he wants back in. That's his bread bowl. I think it's pathetic, but I understand it at the same time. It is pathetic, but I do, again, I get it. So he basically called them barbaric.
You shouldn't apologize to a mob, though, because the thing of it is, the mob does not ask forgiveness in the way that one-on-one does. When the mob asks you to forgive, it's to declare submission.
Well, what seemed to happen in the week since Asmon was banned is that it seems that the Israelis, who have some, Israeli companies, Israeli investors, got a little bit mad at Twitch and told them, this is just what it looks like to me, right? Is that certainly the ADL pulled this. And we know for a fact the ADL pulled this, is that if you're going to ban Asmongold for saying that Palestinians are barbaric or that Muslims are barbaric, he said he didn't care about them. He said he didn't care about the whole thing, which, by the way, is how I feel. I don't care. I don't care. I agree with Asmongold. I don't care about, I've said this a million times, I don't care about a bunch of sand people blowing each other up. It's not my problem.
The merchants and the sand people are fighting again.
I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
That is the
I hate to see
basis
dead
thing that he
kids.
said.
Makes me sad, but I don't care about their conflict.
The basis thing that he said is he would care more about his countrymen than other people. Like, yes, that is completely normal. And Hassan's take was just, what do you mean? They're also people.
Yes.
Like, Hassan, you absolute globalist shithead. People are not going to care about other people of a different culture they don't freaking know. And if you think they will, you're an insane maniac.
It's because of it's that study. Oh my god, my brain's blanking right now.
The further away people are, the more they care.
Yes, I always bring it up, but the authors on its names are escaping me right now. But I've shown it many times, and what the study found was that if you had so many points of moral concern that you could allocate to any groups of people or groups in general. So you have like a pool of like 20 moral concern points. Who do you care about? And you can put them wherever you like. And conservatives, people who identify themselves as conservatives. This is not height. It's weights. W-A-Y-T-Z. Weights at all 2018, I think. Weights at all 2018 moral circles.
How do I distribute my care points so I can double jump?
I mean, good question.
I just want to know, like, what gets me the most DPS?
Was height a co-author on that? He probably was Zero Fox. I don't recall.
Now you're speaking language I understand, Scrump.
Anywho, so again, it was people who consider themselves conservatives.
Once you say DPS, I'm like, okay, now I'm at home.
People who consider themselves conservatives.
Sorry. We're completely derailing here.
No, people who consider themselves conservatives distributed their moral concern points around their friends and their family and the people in their country, right?
Yeah, if you're
people
sane.
Leftists oriented their concern points around trees and space rocks.
Can I put my points in blacksmithing?
I mean,
I would not be able to take this study. I'd just keep making like stat point jokes.
Well, we'd throw your data out. Don't worry. So, anywho,
your data
mine in
out.
tailoring.
What does that mean?
You know what I said. I'm not insane. No, keep going before I completely...
Okay,
I will say, so there was one thing about that entire shit show that I found that was really funny, is I could sum up Hassan's entire worldview through that conversation, which is he is a freaking nutcase globalist blank slate theorist who actually believes material prosperity will somehow invoke the knowledge and the need to care about trans people, which makes no sense in any capacity.
So what happened with Habib?
Okay, so Habibi means friend.
I know.
Okay.
Does it?
All right. Yes.
Oh.
So here's what happened.
Like slang for piker.
So what happened is that What happened is that Asmongold gets banned or suspended, and then just a couple days ago, a whole slew of lefty streamers got banned.
Based
for
existing.
No. Let's be honest.
Being left is while existing.
No. Largely for supporting genocide. I mean, there's really no other way to describe it. Like... Yes, it's what you expect. But it's funny because they have been hoisted by their own petard, right? They have lived on Twitch with all this invulnerability for years, and then the ADL basically came in after they banned Asmongold for saying that one, he didn't care about the conflict, but that two, also that he thought they were barbaric, the Palestinians. And then the ADL comes in. I don't like the ADL. We're no fans of them here. And they said, well, if you're going to ban that guy for that, you got to ban all these people who've been calling for the death of Jews for years. And now they did not ban Hassan Piker, who is probably the
biggest
most
streamer
egregious
on the entire platform.
But he's one of the biggest streamers on their entire platform. So, yeah.
He's one of the biggest streamers on the fucking internet.
It's interesting how this dialectic only ever results in more special exemptions for both brown people and tribes people.
Yes.
I point this out, that this whole dialectic is just like, well, the Islamophobia movement always seems to lead to greater anti-Semitism laws.
Weird.
Funny. It's extremely strange.
It is bizarre.
Again, the anti-Semitism movement seems to lead to more anti-racist laws. It's very odd.
I don't care.
To me.
I don't care.
You seem to be noticing a bunch of things.
Well, I don't care about either one of these groups. I don't care about their conflicts. I don't care about any of it. But I gotta say, if you're gonna ban Asmongold for saying what he said or suspend him, then yeah, I think it's right to suspend these people who have been on Twitch saying some of the most insane, unhinged shit. And we're gonna look at it here tonight, folks.
Whenever I see this shit, like, oh, who should we support? Like, but who will die? I keep thinking of that meme, like both. No. Both is good. Yeah,
I have a better idea. Okay, fuck Hassan Piker off. Right, we'll make Twitch like Memory TV.
I would love that.
Hilarious.
Memory TV is, by a law, I will beat you with my shoe.
I want an hour-long panel that is just every panelist threatening to beat the other panelist with a shoe.
That would be great. So, Streaming platform Twitch has
So
banned
basically
several
it's Congress
high-profile
after dark.
several high-profile Arab streamers. I don't think Denims is Arab. I only know two of these people. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It says apparently Denims is. I wouldn't have been able to tell, but whatever. I only know two of these people.
Any of these people?
I know who Frogan. You will learn Frogan and
man.
You will learn who Frogan and Denims are because I know who they are, and
like
so
cringe
I
Lord of
know
the
what some of
Ring
their
characters.
bullshit.
You know when you hang around with a girl and you end up like knowing things you don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah. God, why did I say yeah on that one too?
Sorry.
The banned streamers include Capri Sun Poppy, Frogan, Raffle Ticket, Denims TV, and Vio, who is not Arab. Again, I didn't think Denims was Arab.
I will say this selection of names makes me less embarrassed to be called Scrump Monkey.
When you see the things that people say, anything will make you less embarrassed than anything you've ever done.
Well, I mean, they're Arab and we're white. I mean, we're automatically better people.
True. I don't actually know if... Again, I don't know if Denims is Arab. I don't know. Apparently she is. So, they're claiming that it is because of... No, Denims and Frogan are. I don't know these other people. But, I mean, this is the panel. So this enormous fat bitch in the hijab is Frogan. And the redhead over here, that's Denims. I don't know any of these other people.
I need to know
so
more
I don't
about
know
the
which one's
redhead.
which. Spoon, don't you dare simp. She's disgusting. I'm going to show you some clips from her, and you're going to realize why she's disgusting.
I can fix them.
You cannot fix Denims.
I don't think you understand what I mean by the word fix.
I know what you mean. You think you can fix her with your pee-pee. You can't. She's insane.
Do you know when the mafia says we'll take care of something?
Oh, like that. Okay. I get you.
There you go.
Okay. So they were at Twitch. Twitch is claiming that they banned them, all these people, or they suspended them all.
I need to speak
over this. They did this at TwitchCon, but this was last month. So no, this is not why. Kotaku, you're wrong. I don't care what Twitch says. We banned them over we suspended them over this panel they did.
You must be one of the only people still reading Kotaku, I guess.
Oh, it's because I'm just trying to find an article that covered it.
No,
I know.
It's so funny how small they've become now.
Kotaku's irrelevant. It's Melissa Mercante wrote this. Oh my god!
Wow, I even know who that is.
Oh my goodness, Alyssa Mercante, the absolute bitch herself.
She used to be a freaking cam whore, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I make fun of her in my video. That I'm
not a good one.
So
it was quite funny. I saw that Park Place used one of my videos to talk about her, which is
nice.
Funny.
Don't worry about the person who wrote this. Don't worry about the information. We're going to watch the stuff. It's just an overview. The idea is that basically Twitch and Alyssa Mercante here, which is why this is wrong, is saying that the reason why they banned them is over this TwitchCon panel from a month ago, and not because the ADL got mad about the banning of Asmongold and not the suspension of these insane Islamist. I'm gonna be honest.
So the
terrorists.
Zionist lobby noticed that Asmongold got banned?
That appears to be it.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. Asmongold got banned for what he said about Israel-Palestine, and then they went, well, Twitch, if you're gonna ban Asmongold for that, you better ban all of these people who have said insane shit.
This reminds me of the progressive victory stuff a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
It's a great sign of how far top level, in quotes, politics reaches down into what is low culture, as in game streaming. It's amazing how much you can see the hegemonic effect reflected here on Twitch, with the fact that obviously Asmongold's a big streamer and his ban was a story, and somebody catches wind of it, and suddenly you have the filtering down effect of geopolitical machinations over an Asmongold ban. It all gets very strange. But it shows how sewn up everything is. It shows how much they pay attention to every aspect of it.
They do. So, this is not, in my opinion, this is not why they were banned. They were not banned over this Twitch stream, although we are going to watch a little bit of it, because it's insane. Because this was a month ago. They were all banned in the last, 2 days.
Okay.
And
I don't know. Are they all wooden evens? We'll have to have
I will say though, this needs to be said. Bans are not suspensions.
Yes. No, these are suspensions.
Yes.
They're 30 days.
Suspensions, so they're not bans.
Twitch calls them bans, but they are suspensions.
You see, Alyssa, this is why you will never go anywhere as a journalist, because you don't even make that distinction.
Hang on,
and
to be
also,
clear,
you're a woman.
Twitch does call them bans. Twitch does call it a ban, even though it is a suspension.
But Twitch
but you can say suspension if you were a competent journalist and you had a penis.
I would like to point out, though, also look behind these people while they say this, and we're going to watch the clip. Capcom, Chevron, AT&T, Samsung, who all are paying for this. Just keep that in mind. Anywho, so they all got suspended. And then we'll go through why. And they're all crying. They're having a big little cry fest over it.
We can't insult the West anymore while using all of their inventions.
I can't call for the genocide of Westerners. I can't say the insane shit I want to say. I'm going to show this Twitch. This is the panel that they said is why they got suspended.
Can I just say,
again,
I don't like the ADL, but I do enjoy people I can't stand just getting punched in the face.
Here's the thing.
It makes me happy.
I hate both sides. I can't stand any of them, and I don't care. So
I think
cool.
This is a quick point I would make is that this is a good sign. This kind of crackback by the Zionist lobby is a great sign of what I was talking to in private about, which was that the decision by Twitch seems to be woefully behind the curve.
Yes,
they are not existing.
They're catching
in the
up.
Post-woke, they're still catching up to the post-woke world.
Yeah.
And in the post-woke world, your leftists get banned too because the adults are back in the room. We're back to the pendulums swing back to the neutral point.
But it's all This is all performative. Don't get this shit twisted. These people all got a 30-day ban suspension, so they can't stream for 30 whole days. And by stream I mean what these people do is they sit there and they watch political content and then leave the room, or they just put on a Ben Shapiro video and they leave the room and then they go eat. That's what they do. That's what these people do. You can tell, Frogan eats a lot. So they were at TwitchCon.
Dick and she get off Twitter.
The Twitch convention they did this at, and this was fine until all of a sudden Asmongold gets banned and the ADL gets on their ass. And now this is why they suspended them. So they did
how it's nothing to do with this, and then the ADL still manages to worm the wind. It's kind of like the malevolence of it and the opportunism. I almost actually admire.
Almost.
So it's just like genius.
What this is they are ranking a tier list of streamers, and the tier list goes from Arab, which is the best thing you can be, and then it says, I think, Arab coded, so I don't know
what language do you speak?
So you look kind of Arab, I guess. I don't know what asks perms mean. I think that means that you would ask if it's okay to say Arab. No, I think to say the word Arab. Thinks it's a slur, and then loves the bottom one. Arab's not a slur, but it loves Sabra.
I have to ask.
Now let me explain what Sabra is. Sabra is a brand of hummus. Sabra is also a word for Israeli Jew. Sabra is a brand from Israel. By the way,
hummus wars.
I like Sabra hummus, and I'm not afraid to fucking say it, because I enjoy Sabra hummus.
The hummus wars. Did you hear about
I like hummus.
The conflict that Israel and Palestine had to build the biggest tub of hummus.
What? I like Sabra hummus. I like because when you get the flavors, it's
if this is a euphemism or not.
It's not. No. This is. So what? Why is love Sabra?
I wouldn't go around saying I love Sabra hummus. That sounds like something.
Well, why so why love Sabra is at the bottom here is because it's basically a euphemism meaning likes Jews, right? So you are the worst thing possible if you like Jews.
I don't know. I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying this is an insane thing to do in public. Can you fucking could you imagine if we try to do something like this? And they're out here doing this on a stage in front of thousands of people, doing this just publicly. Unbelievable.
It'll be like anger.
And the reason I like Sabra hummus is because when you get it, it's like
Jew.
If you get roasted pepper or garlic, the hummus is all around it. And there's a little tub in the inside of it, and it's got the actual dipping, so you can mix it all together. I like Sabra hummus. That's my point.
If we had this listed, it'll be Aryan chat. It'll be Aryan coded, Italian. It's just going on.
Aryan coded. Yeah.
So let's listen to these freaks. And again, this is sponsored not only by Twitch itself, by Capcom, Chevron, Samsung, AT&T.
That is a good.
Here's what they have
that
to
is
do.
a good rating, by the way. There. What was it? It says 32 likes to 91.
Yeah. Well, this is it's just a live stream clip. There's only 14 subs on this. So again, you're rating people from the best thing you can be as an Arab to not hating Jews, or at least, excuse me, to liking. If you were not to read into what this actually means, which is not being a Jew hater, which is the worst thing you can be, or it's just about hummus, sure, whatever.
The next person is one of my favorite people. Ethan.
So Hassan is already up here. Hassan immediately goes to the top. They've already put him at the top because they all love him. He's their favorite boy. Ethan Klein, everyone's booing. I don't like Ethan Klein either, by the way, so whatever, but...
That's good. All right. Turn that up.
It's interesting that they...
Listen to this. The booing, this is crazy. The whole audience is booing.
This is going. Okay.
The giggling, this is crazy, though, to me. They just did this in public.
Where's the
in front of thousands of people?
Category.
And this is being live streamed also to potentially hundreds of thousands of people.
Zionist. That was a joke.
What'd you say?
Category for Zionist.
Yeah.
That was a joke. That was just.
Was it a joke? Was it a joke, Denhams? It's the temerity. It's the audacity of these motherfuckers. Like, none of us could do this. But
no. These
are major streamers. And they just went out here in public in front of hundreds of thousands of people, potentially just said this shit.
Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah,
it has to be.
That's easy. That's definitely Love Sabra.
You see, some people would go based, but the thing is, it's not based. It's not based. It's cringe.
No,
They're still like the
cringe,
like cry in the street leftists.
Yes.
They would still gonna have their little panic attack when Trump wins and all that stuff.
I will show you that they actually have.
Actually shit and piss and cry and come. So
these exact people have
crying and crying. Yes.
These people cry over any kind of minor criticism of themselves, or of anyone related to them. You know what though? Since I will put this in the background. I forgot to do this because we are talking about the Israel-Palestine sort of stuff here. I will put this in the background at low volume. So, Twitch has reportedly been banning signups from Israel and Palestine for over a year.
Fantastic.
So if this has been confirmed, and I won't go over it. I'll give you the TLDR on this. Is that if you tried to sign up to join Twitch, now, not people who are already signed up, but if you tried to make a new Twitch account,
Make it a bit bigger. Thank you very much. There we go.
If you tried to sign up for Twitch since October 7th, more or less, you weren't able to, either from Israel or Palestine. It was geo-locked.
They don't want Palestinians like live streaming themselves getting bombed. Is the issue? I think.
I don't know. I really don't know.
That might be why.
I'm not sure.
Just a guess. But
probably something like that.
If I was Twitch, I'd go, no new accounts from the war zone, thank you.
But here's the crazy
thing.
Very
lively.
Here's the crazy thing, is that it was just this week that Twitch went, whoops, we didn't know we did that.
Scrump, that was very underrated, by the way.
We deeply regret this unacceptable miss and the confusion it caused. We didn't know. They said they didn't know. Okay. They didn't know they had done this. Are you out of your fucking mind? Like, who would believe you didn't... we had no idea we did this thing.
The items are still bouncing.
We're gonna keep bouncing, because we got a bunch of this. So, actually, you know what? For this one, actually, I do have to change the music. I have to change to,
There's something darker than boating.
No.
Oy vey, yeah.
No. This will be better.
I do enjoy sneaking the Jew jokes into my videos.
Right, when I say oi, you say vey, chat. Oi.
Vey.
There you go.
Oi.
Vey.
All right.
There we go.
Okay, so here's Frogan. You've already seen what she looks like, but you get a better look.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna show you some of the shit, just some of the shit this woman has said.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
There's not this thing I'd do. I mean, Sam High could do it and I'll be cringe, but...
On the right song. What's it called? What's that one really fucking based?
You can't
The
find
really
it on
catchy
YouTube.
one.
It's called A Clashing of Swords.
Oh, right, it is called Clashing of Swords.
And it is not on YouTube because it goes too hard. You know, you hear a clashing of swords, you're thinking, maybe. There we go. Is it a remix?
It might be, I don't know. Okay, so, I mean, that's not, like, just like, again, if anyone else said that, they'd be banned from, because Twitch is extremely sensitive about everything. But, like, it is a remix, but it's fine. We get the basic gist of it.
You can't find the original so much. The original so much
I saw
better.
Sneaker was banned as well.
Yeah. So this is her best she can make herself look, by the way. This is a heavily edited image. She's way fatter than this. She's a big fat bitch.
Any other motherfucker?
And I think she wears the hijab not because she gives a fuck about her religion. I think she wears it to hide how fat she is. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Such cases.
Yes.
Joining them. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro. No student loans. Fuck you.
Wait, what did we say?
Other motherfucker, you're joining them.
So,
oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro. No.
She thinks that she's talking about American military personnel. She thinks that the reason that people join the military in America is to get a Camaro. That's what she's saying here.
Student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD.
I hope you get PTSD.
And I hope you get.
And it's kind of hard to hear. Sorry, but.
Health insurance when you get back into the.
And I hope you don't get any health insurance when you get back.
Okay.
This fat bitch. Tee tee.
Why do we as Europeans have to listen to these ethnic conflicts from these two awful groups of people?
I know.
It's just.
This woman lives in America, though. She's an American, but she hates America. She hates the country that supports her, and she wants people who participate in any kind of Now, she did say, well, if you say that you hate the American military and you hate America, and you were a soldier, then you're okay. Then maybe you could maybe then you can get health insurance. Then I hope you don't get PTSD. This was allowed on Twitch.
This is why I prefer the old world, because in a sane society, you would no longer be breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the whole point as well is that this is really it's why multiculturalism doesn't exist and doesn't work.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
That you have just endless ethnic conflict.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's just like, well, we're having another argument. Better kill more European men. Better kill more white European men.
Yep.
Better, there's a tiff going on. There's a tiff going on in this bit of the world. Well, more dead Europeans. That'll solve it.
This is something that I don't understand about human beings, especially like Western people. They have this really Styx is like this, and this is like one of his like really stupid cringe takes. Is he thinks that people at the end of the day just like want to have some wine and a hamburger and relax. And I'm like, Styx, that's not how human beings work. You can't solve every issue with, well, if we just make materialistic betterment, we can somehow coalesce as a society as human beings. Like, that's not how the world works. That's not how the world has ever worked.
I don't get how these people make like death to America terrorism so lame. I mean,
they make it uncool, bro. Come on, like.
Whilst also making everyone hate you.
But it's her teehee. That's what makes it teehee. I'm saying something so fucking vile, teehee. She knows that at this point she knew she was completely, as an Arab and a fat woman, completely protected by Twitch, that she could do and say anything.
It's interesting. Kevin in the chat just said, "Who created the melting pot lie?" What's really interesting to me though is Lauren Chen a while ago, after the whole Russian thing, which is obviously bullshit. She just said, there was a tweet from her where she said, well, this just goes to show you that the American experiment has failed and the melting pot doesn't work. I'm like, yeah, no shit, we'll give it away. Does it not occur to you that if you are supposedly American, but you have Asian Americans, you have Black Americans, you have Native Americans, you have Hispanic, but you just don't, and just the majority Americans are just called Americans, they're not white. But you can somehow advocate for all of them being removed, and everyone else should just be fine with it. Like,
that's fine.
Not how that works. White Americans are not going to go, you can replace us, and you suck at
some
us.
of them do.
Yeah, well, some of
the
them do, but
leftoids want to
yes,
be replaced because
yes.
they're a death cult.
Yeah, but the reality is, no, like even Van Jones said this, or I think it was Van Jones who said
Van
this
Jones did?
Yeah, he actually said this. He said, no ethnic group in all of human history likes going from the majority to the minority, and you are asking white Americans to do this, and just say like, yeah, well, your time is up. Like, they're not going to take
Oh, right,
that
he did
well.
say that. I remember this now, yes.
And the reason why they also want to take to it well is because, and I'm just going to straight up say this, white Americans and Europeans, we are the apex of the human species. If we go, you will be replacing the best with something worse, because the rest of you suck. You come to our nations to suckle at our milky teats because your nations suck ass.
Yep.
And if we go, you are going to replace it with the inferior shit that your nations are before we arrived, colonized your asses, and showed you how civilization actually works because you people suck. It was so great that you left your shitty nations to come to ours. So replace us at your own perils, you fucking bunch of parasites.
Exactly. And again, the giddiness. Because she knows she can get away with this. And because they have been given this stuff so long, it's time for you to get the fuck out then. You hate this country. So leave. She's like, I'm an American, but you hate America, so leave. Get the fuck out. Go to Saudi Arabia then, bitch.
Even Sargon said this. He said this on Twitter. He said, their ideology makes a lot more sense when you realize they think they're entitled to white people. Mm-hmm. Which is true. That is how they think. They want all of
Sargon dubbed there.
Yeah.
They do think that they are entitled to white people and all of what people have made and
also,
created and do.
I am pro-colonialism and I am an imperialist. Your culture sucks and you will get conquered by the sword. End of story. That is how all of human history has worked. And if it was so horrible, you wouldn't come to our nations and want our better shit. So please spare me this crap if colonialism was horrible. That's bullshit.
Yep. Anyway, let's listen to this cackling little cunt.
Oh.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
God, she's so happy and pleased with herself. It's just gross.
Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base? Any other motherfucker, you're joining them. Oh my.
Was that one?
What?
Why does she look like a gremlin posing in this one?
Because she's a gremlin.
Why is her shoulder so... Oh, is that just the hijab? It looks like she's shrugging.
No, she's really fat. She uses the hijab to hide how fat she is.
It looks like she has massively high traps, though.
No, that part is the hijab, but she is way fat. She's huge.
I did it in the settings.
Menu. Oh my god, in the settings?
Do you guys still support Hamas?
Why does her microphone look like a corn cob?
I love Hamas, okay? Fuck it, I love them.
Did we order any flashlights or anything? What?
Yeah, supports Hamas, yeah, boy.
Why did these
no
people...
pity at all.
Here we go. This one's insane. This is you're talking about the soldier stuff.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much.
She's, by the way, eating. She just got done eating something while she's saying this. I have no pity for soldiers.
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military?
She means U.S. soldiers.
I hope you get PTSD.
Oh, she is eating. She's stuffing food into her fat face. I don't have any pity for you. I hope you get fucking fucked up, yeah? Stuffing your fat face as you live in America and say this shit about veterans.
You know?
Drinking a Western tea product.
The ones I'm like whatever about the U.S. soldiers.
I'm whatever.
Are the ones that
not okay with. The ones I approve of. The ones I'm okay with that I don't actively hate.
Acknowledge that like what they did was wrong. They didn't know back then.
The nose ring.
Whatever.
Needs to be like thrown a boomerang at.
You're a good person in my book. I'm like a Tom. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted.
And pauses her fucking insane rant to, of course, read her super chat.
I mean, that's kind of manually
the U.S. military that are like,
no, she's disgusting. She makes me sick.
Back then, but now I know it's wrong. Like, I'm changed. Like, fuck imperialism. Fuck this. You don't deserve the PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope he
You don't
gets
like
pissed.
imperialism, but you're in their country.
And I hope he
But
gets
you're in our country, yeah.
back
Yes.
to fucking America.
Then go back. Go.
Take your fat ass and go
fat,
back.
you fat. You disgusting. Oh my god! I'm turning this off. Sorry, but like even though it's a bass song, it just sounds. It's because it's not quite the original one. It's not as good.
Yes, Lucy, remove the nose ring.
She's sickening. Sickening.
Absolutely haram.
It is absolutely haram.
Yeah.
And
All these people with all the money that they earn from Twitch.
I know.
I feel like it's like you know in Iron Man where it's like Tony Stark made this in a cave.
Yeah, with a box of scraps.
Do you reckon have Sam Piker sat there with his millions of dollars going, Osama bin Laden did this in a cave?
With a box of scraps.
The box of scraps.
So this is the.
Black
here-
man
I feel
live
like
in the
with him it would
cave.
become a meme because it's true.
So here's the thing. She gets banned from or suspended from Twitch for a month. And here's her apology. And I'm going to put apology in about 1,000 quotes. The U.S. military. This is how she starts her apology, which, by the way, is written all in lowercase, which is bizarre to me. Like, I don't. She can use quotations, but she can't.
Zoomer type.
I guess the U.S. military has conducted some of the
what
most
this
horrific
reminds me of?
crimes. What?
You ever see how black women write?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Black women write in
Right.
caps with no punctuation whatsoever.
Right.
It's hilarious because I look
She's
at them
somewhere
like,
in between that?
You talk like black women type how they talk, just
Yeah.
loud, aggressively, and with no sentence structure whatsoever.
She's a little bit in between
24.4
that.
million views, by the way.
I know, look at this. The U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan,
hasn't,
Syria,
son.
Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger... No period. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific
have.
and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly. She's talking about her saying that she says, get PTSD. We just watched the clip. Was that worded poorly? Sounded like she meant what she said, didn't it? Get PTSD. I hope you all get PTSD.
I was gonna say all this is like the grossest people you can imagine arguing
Yes.
about how specifically you should suffer. My
Yes.
theory with these people as well is
Mm-hmm.
if you like someone like this, you're already like a dribbler. You're like
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
actual
Oh, yeah,
dribbling.
yes. Moron.
You're somebody who would have a panic attack if you were asked to leave your house, possibly.
Yes,
You,
most likely.
you are a useless human being if you consume this content earnestly.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, the issue as well that people are consume this as hate content, kind of like how we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And really, someone like this is meant to go, oh, rah rah rah! I love the U.S. military. I love Israel, basically.
No, I don't love the U.S. military. I don't love Israel. I just
Yeah, but
hate this. I hate this
that's-
person for being disgusting
the
filth
whole
that's allowed
thing.
to say
You're
this
out-
shit.
You're either a like disgusting malformed leftist who actually buys into that,
Mm-hmm.
or you see these people as like ultra low status. These are now extremely, they used to be quite high status opinions, but these are becoming low status opinions again, I think.
I think so. And it's here's the thing. I think that this fat frog person, Froggen, should be allowed to say her disgusting opinions. But that's my more libertarian side. However, Twitch will ban you for anything. Will ban you for all sorts of reasons. But they've allowed these people to say this kind of shit for years. And it's interesting that it's only now after Asmongold gets banned, and the ADL gets involved, that now they have an issue with it.
Well, it's just
yeah.
everything must be seen through the lens of this conflict.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I don't know, at the risk, I don't want to be
Yes.
too spiced, but like, I don't care about the opinions of Arabs and Jews. Like, that's
I don't care either.
And not everything should be filtered through that lens.
No. I
And
don't care
this-
about them either. I
A lot of
agree with
people saying
Asmongold.
This is a lot of people would say this is like not drama, but this is this is a form of quote unquote slop. But it's important to understand this is what the vast majority of people consume. As
Consume.
well.
What they're
Look at the
consuming.
views on it. This is
Yes.
what most people
Yes.
consume. as,
224
quote-unquote,
million views.
Yeah, as online politics, you are vastly drowned out by this stuff. So as much as I can't stomach covering some of it, I think the coverage of it in many ways is actually quite important because you have to understand where the conversation is to be able to analyze it properly, to be able to take it apart.
Well,
to
that's
be able
why
to,
I
like,
wanted to look at it. Because I do think it's
important.
to me, it's more interesting just because it seems to be seeing how the winds are blowing, right?
Yes.
That just last week, Twitch bans Asmongold. now this week they ban a whole bunch of suspend whatever, a whole bunch of these insane people, these insane far leftists. They have not, as I said, suspended Hassan. As we all know, Hassan has said some of the most insane shit ever, and I'll get to that. I wish that platforms were more open. You could say whatever you want, but the reality is that Twitch is one of the most restricted platforms on the internet.
Can I just say why I'm not actually a fan of that?
Of what? Of free speech? Or
yes, because I would say free speech is much like anything else. It only makes sense in a homogenized society. Because when people say they want free speech, they don't actually want free speech. What they want is not have something over them telling them what to say and do. That's actually what they value. They don't value so much the capacity to say something. They want not an overlord whipping them. That's essentially what they want. My problem with this is that works when everyone has the freedom to say what they want, but they know they shouldn't because they have this thing called manners and ethics and an etiquette and a certain decorum, right? So it's like we all live in the Shire and this is how we behave, and we don't have any excessive security breathing down our necks because we all know how to behave properly. The second that you have a bunch of people that go, oh, look, I can abuse this. That's when the tyrannical arm comes in and just says, no. Now because you bunch of people are behaving like assholes, now we're going to enforce this. Like those jackasses who do this kind of shit brings in the arm that you all actually hate. Yep. That is my problem with the free speech. It's not that people don't want, it's that you have jackasses who don't know how to behave, who induces the arm that you all hate. That is why I don't like free speech. If it was a true free market,
Frogan wouldn't be propped up by Twitch. I know she's now, I'm being hurt by Twitch because I was given a 3-day suspension. But no, if the free market were allowed to work properly, Twitch, of course, it's a private company, and they make their own rules. And what they have chosen to do for years is to ban anyone right of Stalin, essentially, or excuse me, leftist, anyone, right of Stalin. They've banned everybody, basically, or anyone who has any kind of political views that are right of extreme far left. And that includes people like this. This is who you have encouraged. You let these people do their little fucking spiel at your public convention and had no problem with it until the ADL got involved over you banning Asmongold. Anyway, liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of that clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. No, you don't. I go on to clarify in the clip, I do not mean all military. We just listened to it. It was those with no remorse. She did, but she said, basically, if you're a sycophant, it's okay. What I said was out of frustration, is they're currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. Then move your family out, you fat bitch. You make tons of money from Twitch. Move your family out. If that were true. Oh, it's not true, probably. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best. Not the best way to talk about these issues. I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way.
I want to address someone who just said something in the chat. Han, I wouldn't say I major in realism. I think I major in race.
Oh, Lamented Guide, thank you for the $20. And the character with a ponytail turning into a heart emoji. I will get to turning into a heart. Thank you.
And yes, I'm not going to change. I will forever be an asshole. And if I started being nicer, it's because somebody put a gun to my head and told me to. I will forever be a xenophobic asshole and tell the world, no. Yeah. I believe my kin is better, and screw all of you. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Well, I will say, I do literally have a video that's just called Stop Demanding Free Speech.
Yeah. It's my libertarian inkling that's still baked into my DNA. Yes, I struggle with. I've
had too many conversations with Scrump to go back to the old ways.
Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, I'll read the rest of your super chats later. It just Scrump is on limited time, so once.
Well, I was about to say I'm going to have to depart in a couple of minutes. Actually, I'm afraid.
I figured.
I've done my requisite hour now. My voice is getting quite tired, and I've a cough, so I have to keep. I'm muting here because I'm having like awful. I'm not dying. I've just got a really annoying tickly cough.
No, I understand. I
need more base people to stick around. Don't die.
Child germs. I got child. Germs.
He did say he could only stay for an hour, so we'll let.
Oh my god.
Deport. Yeah. Well, let's wait. Watch this real quick. Watch this real quick. Watch this real quick because this is really funny.
because we know that the IDF killed their own people on October 7th. Let's just start with the obvious. So much has been made of October 7th. They call it the worst day for the Jews since the Holocaust.
I mean, if that's true, I wouldn't actually be all that surprised.
I don't really mind. I just think it's
Both-
funny. I just thought the meme was funny. You know.
Well, both her and Nick Fuentes are both deliberately like low status coded.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I do
Neither
like
of
how...
them are particularly cool people. They're both kind of like ratty and weird and
Yeah.
grimy.
Yes.
And for
I mean,
want of a better term, brown. If it...
She's
will
more
say, though,
hamster than rat just because of how
Yes.
round she
I
is.
will
But I
say,
mean,
though,
Rats can be
I-
fat too.
literal moon face.
I do say with that being said though, I quite like that Fuentes is kind of low status in that sense because he
Yeah.
does annoy and frankly scare so many people that it's really funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
I've heard
Why
so
is
many
her
people that are
face so round?
petrified by
Because she's
Fuentes.
morbidly obese. Look at the size of this woman. She's huge. Kind of like a nun. It's because she's a Muslima. She's trying to be. This is her attempt at being
Is that
modest.
actually her face like properly?
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, you're
This is a real
ridiculous.
picture of her. Her face is a fucking circle.
Don't fit around your waist.
Anywho, thank you for joining us, Scrump. We will continue. You can go check out Scrump. I have linked his recent video that we
Yes.
just, or the stream we just did with him. And
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming on my stream. Thank you for letting me on this stream. I'm gonna go and have a good cough and a wheeze.
yes, thank you for having us, and thanks for coming on, man.
Don't
Yes,
die,
talk to you
Scrump.
guys later.
Don't die. Cheers.
I'll
See you
try
later.
not to die. I shall. Oh
Okay.
no, I'm dying. Ah!
Ah! Oh, he died. Anywho, so that I did want to show that one because it's very funny. So, she doubled down, basically said, like, go fuck yourselves. So here's Denims. Now, I was trying to find a good clip of Denims being a lunatic. The best thing I could find was from this video. I've watched this whole video. This is from Rob's Media. Go check him out, by the way, if you are interested in any kind of, like, YouTuber drama. Just kind of stuff. He does really good videos, breakdowns of all kinds of stuff. This is what we're going to be watching right now, which is Idiot Influencers Denims, only a part of it, where Denims desperately wants to be the female Hassan. And that's the part we're going to watch is female
Ew.
Hassan. Yeah, I know.
You want to be stupid and boring?
Yeah.
Denims is basically a waiting room streamer, entertaining Hassan Piker fans.
So what he doesn't explain it, but what a waiting room streamer is that, yeah, she just sits there and does nothing.
I want to debate her.
Oh, it would be amazing. She would never do that, ever. But a waiting room streamer is that basically they just sit there and
But if
entertain
I
the chat before the other person's stream starts.
if I were to debate a girl, it would not be to destroy them. It would be to charm them into admitting I'm right because it's funnier.
Oh my goodness. Oh, before we get into this, though, I do want to read the super chats that we've gotten since we started and before we started, since Scrump has
she's
left,
lovely.
and we got a little bit of a good point, good point here to pause the stream for a moment. Ardent Party for 2 Canadian says, tell Scrump that 2 loonies make a toonie. Oh no! Fuck, he left.
By the way, you know Trump is going to go on Joe Rogan tomorrow?
Who?
Trump.
Oh, yes. I know.
On
They did
Friday.
Scrump. I was like, what? I was like, what?
It's going
Whoa.
to be really, really funny.
That should be interesting. I did hear about that, though, yes. Lucifer the Doberman for 10 Canadian says, I have a 14-week-old puppy and just got back from taking her and Lucifer for a walk around the lake. Hope all of you are having a great day and sending love from Vancouver Island. Thank you, Lucifer. Thank you. That sounds like a lot of... Very relaxing. Sounds like fun. Sounds comfy. Artemis Fowl for 5 says, UK gets a total monarchy again, but it's ruled by the new king of Israel. Jizuke Taigo for 100... I always want to say North Korean, but I think that is Norwegian krona. And only now that Asmongold got hit by the banhammer does he change his double standard to one that is most convenient, which affected him. I feel no pity for him, even if was right once
I did
about
say
Arabs.
he would buckle.
I know. We all knew he would. He would bend the knee. We all knew he would.
And someone said, Seth just said, I want to see Spoon try and riz a lefty girl streamer. Dude,
I would
can
love
riz
to
a
see it,
lefty
yeah.
easily.
Spoon's
Dude,
got high riz.
Dude, the thing is with those kinds of women is they have been deprived of any shred of masculinity. If you just apply a little bit of pressure and just say, listen here, honey, You
look
think
at
you're
the men
hot shit,
around them.
I am better than you, and you will do as I say. Those women will go like, why am I attracted
Look
to him?
at the
He's such an
men
asshole."
around them. They're all
Yes.
like low T, estrogenized.
I have three things going for
feminized,
me. I have bass in my voice. I'm
disgusting.
aware I'm handsome,
Ugh.
and 3, I'm right, and I will use all 3 of them to berate the shit out of her until she admits I am a god. Because I can do that. Because I have done that. What is she gonna do? Oh my goodness, I'm better than you. No, you're not. I am significantly better than you in every single freaking way. I have a penis, I'm smarter than you, and I'm right. What do you got?
Safarius for 5 says, I want her to be forced to live in Lebanon where she can't get her pure leaf. Speaking of Frogan, yes. Yeah, what would she do? Cry. She's grown up in the West. She's grown up in the... This is the thing. You can't convert these people. They will not adopt the culture. It's like, oh, the melting pot idea is fake.
Yeah.
It's not correct. Some of these people, they will always maintain their dominant culture. They will not acquiesce. They will not melt into the pot. They have no desire to, because they hate you, by the way. As we just saw through Frogan, she hates Americans. She hates them. Despite being or Americans or Canadians, I don't know if she's American or Canadian, but she hates the West. She hates all of you. She wants you all to die. And there's no way, it doesn't matter the fact that she was born here, not going to change. Safarius for another 10 says, she'll never move her family out of these war zones because then she'll have to actually think about something else to bitch about. I highly doubt her family actually still lives there. I just don't believe her. I think she's a liar. Because all of these people are liars. Now, this is Denham's. I want to just, this is a little bit of a, it's about...
He's not even that cute.
No. It's about 5 minutes. I want to play this, though, because, first of all, Rob's videos are great, but I want to show you guys a little bit Denham's. One of the people on this panel who was also one of the people that was suspended from Twitch over this.
Before he begins his streams. Her career is pretty much modeled after him, constantly spouting the same stupid takes and offending him and any other...
She literally just repeats anything Hassan says.
She actually looks like an Australian girl that I know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Alyssa Mercante, do you know that Alyssa Mercante is down bad for Hassan? She has all these tweets where she's just like randomly begging him to fuck her.
That's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise, but it's gross and weird. She's just like, oh, Hassan, I think you're so handsome. Hassan, I love your way of dressing. Oh, Hassan, please hit me up. Hassan, please, I'm in your area. Hassan, please. Begging him to fuck her.
They would produce
games journalist Alyssa Mercante. Oh my god, I hope not. You know what? I think Hassan's probably gay. Anyway.
Well, his obsession with queer liberation makes me think probably yes.
Speaking of, oh my god, look at this person here on the left. Anyway,
known as the Poggers community, which is basically the Hollywood of online content creators. They're vain, rely on parasocial fans, have their own award show, and even get into sexual abuse scandals, just like the real Hollywood. Recently, Denham's has become the target of criticism, even from certain members of the Poggers.
I told you, Rob's beat is great.
Like Asmongold. In April of this year, Scrump started this worthless campaign for various characters in the game Stellar Blade to be uncensored. As before,
this is really stupid. We're not gonna support Grums. Who cares? Whatever. We're not talking about Grums.
Less revealing. Someone going by Tone Man made the following.
It was worthless. I'm getting real fucking sick. I'm getting real sick of Grums. Okay.
In response to this, $20,000 for anyone that can make this.
Pause. Say that again.
I'm getting real sick of Grums. I'm getting real sick of Mark Kern.
It's the sound of someone saying I'm right.
You feel some relief. I agree with you now, Spoon. You were right. I'm getting real sick of Mark Kern and his bullshit.
Somewhere Vex just heard that and she's smiling upon us both.
I'm getting real sick of his bullshit, okay?
I told you.
Because I used to be friendly with Mark, and I'm getting sick of his bullshit, okay? I gotta be honest.
This dipshit disappear. While reacting to Asmongold's reaction to this, Denham said this.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay?
Straight into my veins.
30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger.
Whoa. I would like to play that again, just so you hear what the fuck she... Yeah. So, it's Eve, I think, from Stellar Blade, right? I think she's talking about... Also, my stream just got fucking
pretty big as it is.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? $30,000
$30,000
to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger.
Okay, so specifically it was I will pay $30,000 to someone to kill Asmongold.
I thought it was just make him disappear off YouTube or on Twitch.
No, well, what do you think she meant by that? Make him disappear? What does that mean? $30,000?
Someone just said, is that the sound of me like busting? No, have you ever seen... okay, this is going to be a really obscure reference for some older people. You ever see the episode of Beavis and Butthead where they're watching the video of a guy running on fire?
Mm-hmm.
The sound that Beavis makes when he's watching that, it's basically...
Yeah.
If you know the reference, he just sits there and goes like,
so Jizuke Taizo, thank you for the 50 Norwegian krona. It was Dragon's Treasures video that actually made me go, finally, I'm done with Grums. I'm fucking done. And thank you, Lance, for the 5. Also said Tolkien was well aware of the power of a noble masculine man making a feminist Hang on. Tolkien was well aware of the power of a noble masculine man making a feminist goon her way back in the kitchen like Faramir with Eomer. Yeah, I agree.
The thing is with Grums, I can agree with like almost everything he says.
I know, I agree with the things that he says, but he's also a grifting...
His conduct
weirdo.
And to do it in everything is what, like, if you think it's a genuine problem, then you need to go after the big fish, because you sound like an insane conspiracy theorist when you just see like someone, hey, look, there's a bit of gay and it's like cringe and like scream DEI, like that's you're diminishing it. That's my problem with him. His way of waging war is shit.
Look, I don't like to say
I'm
nasty
the bad cop here.
Things. You're right, though. Look, Lucky Stuart's son, Chud Logic, did have Grums nailed from day one. So did Spoon, by the way. I didn't. I didn't have Grums nailed because Grums has been nice to me. And I
have a tendency to be nice to people when they're nice to you. That's your biggest problem.
And
you are blinded by kindness, whereas we are...
I think you meant Aowen. Yeah, I think you meant Aowen. Yeah, I think you meant Aowen. But yeah, I knew what you meant. I'm just reading it verbatim. But yeah, I think he meant Aowen, right? I know. I think he meant... I'm just reading it verbatim. But yeah, I've been really disappointed with Grums for a long time. I didn't know about how bad his game Kickstarter stuff was. I had no idea. Did you watch the Dragon's Treasures video?
I did,
Dragon's Treasure, by the way, is a sponsor of this channel. And if you would like to get some anime and game themed teas, you can go find them in the description. Use code AidenPaladin, and you'll get a discount on the Dragon's Treasures tea. I don't know if we're going to be able to watch it tonight, but yeah.
Just look at what somebody rants on about over and over again. Like, the thing is with my content, I tried to at least vary it. Like, I tried to do some political theory.
It's just like everything is woke, everything. And it's like, well, sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not. And it's clearly a grift. That is a grift. At some point, it is a grift.
Yes.
Can you make your fucking game? Can you make your fucking game? Make your big-titty game?
You know what I wish people would just do make games on? I wish people would sort of just leave the narrative and just make a game that is fun. Because I've noticed... there is a massive obsession with trying to create narratives and specifically sex appeal in it. And I said this to Vex the other day. If I look at the games that I enjoyed, there's very little sex appeal in them. I don't play the games for that, like, Kuma freaking reasons. Like, I play the game because just like the games.
Wait till you see my video, Spoon. It'll all be answered there.
If you look at if my favorite game of all time, I say this many times, is San Andreas. I was playing that a couple of minutes ago, right? Yeah. The only sex appeal is Catalina, and she's batshit crazy insane. I like the games for the story when there isn't sex involved. Like, can you make the story interesting? It doesn't need to have any freaking women in it. I don't play games for that.
Exactly. But who is Grums?
Me a story that I can lose myself in.
Is Mark Kern. He was a developer in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, Titillation is cheap. There you go.
Yeah, titillation. You are correct.
Yeah,
you are correct.
I don't understand V's obsession with big tits and violence. Like, I would be fine with the violence. I don't need tits.
Yes. However, people like to see attractive characters. Let's talk about not titties inherently, but attractive characters.
Yes.
Everyone wants to look at attractive people. We don't want to look at uggos. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. people don't want to look at uggos when you're experiencing some sort of media. We want to look at things that are appealing, that are pleasant. That's all it is. Anyway, watch some of this denim stuff. This is crazy. Again, Rob's Media. Shout out again. Let's just let him play out a little bit. Let's let him cook here for a minute, shall we?
Okay, you have to do both. All right? Because then it's a win-win for me. I get more breast, and I don't have to see that moron on my timeline anymore.
You can
think about it.
Calling for Asmongold, offering $30,000 up for Asmongold to be assassinated. Okay, just point it out. I know maybe it was a joke, but have you and I ever made a joke like that? Have you or I ever made a joke like, I will pay $30,000 to assassinate somebody?
No, because that's really stupid. Also,
first of all, it's insane.
Also, I like ethos.
That's not a joke.
I don't even know any.
But that's insane. That's an insane thing to say.
Yes, especially when you're like aligned with Twitch. That's just nuts.
Right, she's a Twitch partner at this point.
And this is also one of their biggest streamers. You know,
she's a big streamer on Twitch and saying, "I will pay you $30,000 to go kill Asmongold."
Now, many misconstrued this as her attacking Asmon, but really this was directed at Grums. Now, this is obviously a joke, but it came off as distasteful.
Is it? It's my question as well. Is it a joke? Sounded pretty like
I'll pay.
Sounded pretty serious. And you can say that we're wrong or whatever. I don't know, but to me, didn't sound like a joke. Sounded tonally.
It's also difficult to tell because women can't be funny.
I guess, but like, you and I would never say something like that, you know?
No, if I was going to say something like this, I would code it.
I guess, but you and I would never say something like that. It's so crazy.
The reason I would code it is because it comes across as funny.
I think it's dumb because if someone made the same statements...
Is that what's just money? I have no problem with attractive women. I'm just saying they're not necessary for a good story. But nowadays they are, because the moment you see a chick that isn't showing rock and cleavage, everyone's like, "Oh my god, this game is woke." And I'm like, "Oh my, I fucking hate
we're stuck in this fucking miasma, right?
Where it's like it's not covered or it's like
completely covered and hideous or porn.
There's extremes, and
I don't like either one.
Yes, agreed.
I just want to have
make a good story
video
and
games.
Shut up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I'm not like a big fan. I've not played Stellar Blade, and I don't really mind it. But it's like, why am I forced into this dichotomistic choice between gooner material and disgusting tranny stuff? You know? Yeah. You know, Anime Problem for 5 says, a good manga that covers how cheap titillation is Chainsaw Man. Not a game though. I love Chainsaw Man. Thank you. Yes, I love Chainsaw Man. I love the anime too. Oh, what a great opening. Oh, so good. Love Chainsaw Man. Very depressing, however. Oh my god. I don't want to. Oh no. Hang on though. Made me think about Chainsaw Man. You see anything about one of the most depressing and messed up things I've ever seen in anime? It's very hard for me to pronounce anime that way. I did that on purpose. Oh my god, what was the name? Was Jin? Was that the name of the character? I can't remember. I can't remember characters' names. Too much stuff. Oh, I can't play it on stream, obviously, but you make a contract, essentially, with like a spirit or like a demon in Chainsaw Man, and his one will like take a part of his body anytime that he uses the power. Himeno. Oh, he was Himeno. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that was the worst.
The spoon make it point 8 and yaps too
so
much.
He's just fighting this monster, or she's fighting this monster, and then it's like, and so like she's already missing one eye, and then her arm just disappears, and then her other arm disappears, and her legs disappear, and it's so
what are you talking about? I have no idea.
It's scary. I could show it to you, but I couldn't.
Hello, Bill's here.
Hello.
I've read further than her. Happy birthday. Those who know.
Oh my god. I
don't know
have
what
to just
Adrian's
show
talking about. I'm
because you don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to show it now. So just give me a second. But
no, I have no idea what's going on.
I know. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna.
Meanwhile, with manga readers, I will show
Okay.
despair in a
What the hell? That was
fight.
Yes, this is really fucked up, Spoon. It's why I'm a big fan of horror manga and stuff.
What the hell am I looking at?
Really, really bad stuff.
Is this gonna get copyright struck?
No, it won't, because I'm gonna make it. I'm making it quiet. Did she already lose her arms at this point? Yeah. Oh my god. So this is with the sword, swordman or katana head or whatever his name is. I forget. Yeah. Oh my god. Look. So. Oh my god. Bro. I can't. Oh, every time I watch this, it makes me. Oh, I can't. Oh no.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
She just sacrificed her arms to give her thing power, essentially. So she has no arms now. She's already lost her eye. Oh, dude. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Just wait a second. Now she's lost the legs.
Again, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just
I don't
weird.
care that you don't. If any, it's really, it's so messed up. And all that's left is just the eye patch.
You do realize the chat has no idea what you're currently
The
showing.
chat knows what I'm talking about.
No, they don't actually. The chat is very confused and going, what
Oh
the hell
my
is happening?
god. Okay, in order to use the power of your demon that you've made a pact with in this show, you
No, the whole
sacrifice
chat is
something.
wondering what the fuck now was the point of what you just showed.
It somehow got brought up. I don't know why it got brought up, but it did. Oh, anyway, sorry, we're off topic. Let's get back to
That's
freaking
like, what
denims.
are you talking about? What does
I
this
don't know
have
why
to do with
it
the
came
Twitch
up.
streamer?
I don't know why. It got brought up. Sorry. Let's go back into denims. Here we go. 3.
Towards her, she threw a hissy fit. Despite many wanting her banned from Twitch for this, she never did. This is probably because of her association of Hassan, who always says crazy shit.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering.
Just to be clear, Hassan, this is a famous line. Hassan said that America deserved 9/11. He also said that Dan Crenshaw, who I'm no fan of, being a neocon freak,
He's basically
deserved to be fucked in his eye hole by a brave Islamic warrior. Okay.
In a video game.
Equipping and enhancing their capabilities.
Speaking of 9/11, let's go over the time she did get banned. On November 17th, 2023, Denim streamed herself reading Osama bin Laden's manifesto, where she flat
Why would you do that? Why would you go on Twitch and read Osama bin Laden's manifesto?
defends him and tries justifying the September 11th attack.
Justify it.
That same day, Destiny would react to it, which is the only archive of her stream that I know of. One of his big criticisms is her being safe edgy.
Listen, man. The whole, like, ignoring, you know, Palestinian Jewish people and, like, pretending like this is the Jews situation, disavow. America deserved 9/11. I can't disavow facts, man.
I agree with Destiny's face.
Wow, this is a rare time. It's so horrifying that Destiny and I are agreeing about something. That's how you know this woman is messed up, when Destiny and I make the same face. Because I had the same face. It's like, fucking hell are you talking about, woman?
You see from Made in the Abyss to be worse? Yeah, man, it's probably worse. But
Go
that
back,
Chainsaw
go
Man
back. I
clip.
just want to see Destiny's reaction. Just like his face.
Disavow. America deserved 9/11. I can't disavow facts, man.
Yeah, I almost had the same hand gesture and everything.
Wait, what?
Like,
Oh
what?
yeah, America deserved 9/11. We agree with that. Look, Destiny's been on the show. I was actually telling Bill about this earlier, that like I want to like Destiny. I genuinely do, but he's such a tit. Like I know he threatened to sue me at one point. I know he said that Corey Comparatori deserved it, but like I so want him to not be a git. right? I so want him just like, it's like I want to be like, Steven, stop it. I just want to like slap him all, but like, stop being such a git, Steven. I know you could be better than this. Stop being such a git.
Stop being such a wanker, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm just, the only thing that makes me so fucking salty is just, it's the corporate safe edginess. I hate corporate safe edginess. Like, all the Nazi people should be allowed on Twitch, 100%. If you're allowed to say stuff like this, it should. That's like the only, there's no possible TOS or community guidelines that you could discuss, or I'm sorry, that you could establish if you don't have, that would allow for speech like this and not Nazis. Like, Nazis should just be allowed on Twitch. This is
okay, guys. Why do I listen to Destiny
That's a
streams?
Take.
He's right, and that again, I listen to Destiny streams quite frequently. He does have very frequently based takes. Just then he also has he's like a he's a complete fucking random number roller on whether or not he'll have a decent take or an absolute dog shit one. It's a 50-50 chance.
Wild.
Denims will gladly make statements validating the deaths of thousands of innocent people.
You bounce my Grum stuff here on Destiny out.
Freshman about sex workers.
I don't know if they're giving. I think they give away like OnlyFans girls there at these events. I don't know what kind of sponsorships going on. Like if you win certain fights, I think you get to own some of these girls for some of the nights.
Awesome.
I don't know how it works, but I think Chris was like he had plans to go beat up a nerd and however they get to like lease one of these girls, and so like he got there. Well, Ian was probably thinking like, because I think man, I need to.
This is so weird. Mike by the Ocean, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much.
Listen here,
this is so weird.
Hold on, listen.
By the way,
listen here, you absolute twit with an average rack, right? The fact that you have legions of women on the internet who show their vagina for a ticket price that matches a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal, and this is the bit that you think is weird. Spare me.
Yep.
Get lost.
Oh, shit, give me a second.
Froggy?
She basically spends the rest of the stream justifying certain things Osama said and blatantly ignoring clear-cut cases of homophobia.
Yeah, dude, okay, I swear to God, I've never read this before. The fact that the next sentence is talking about homosexuality and intoxicants. Bro.
Oh, she doesn't even know. She hasn't read this whole letter before. She thought it was going to be a based, like, shitting on of America. Did she forget who Osama bin Laden or Al-Qaeda was? Is she on some fucking white girl retard, like it's all Al-Qaeda or Al-Qaeda freedom fighter shit? Like,
yes, Destiny. Yes, Steven. She did forget. She thinks, like the rest of these weirdos, that Islamism is totally cool with gays. And I'm going to show you you guys a clip from Saturday Night Live from this week that where they're doing the exact same shit. How about Ethan Ralph? Sad, very sad. I would. Why I'm very sad about Ethan Ralph is because he has 2 children. That's what makes me sad about Ethan Ralph.
We call to all of you.
You mean the fact that
we call you to all of this that you may be free.
That their father is Ethan Ralph.
Oh, okay. I would have said yes, that would have been funnier.
No, I mean, kids didn't deserve that. It's not...
To have him as a father, I agree.
Yeah, they didn't deserve that.
From that which you have become caught up in, that you may be free from the deceptive lies that you are a great nation, that your leaders have spread amongst you to conceal you from the despicable state to which you have reached. It is saddening to tell you that you are the worst civilization witnessed by the history of mankind. Okay. I feel this kind
Ralph himself can go burn in a ditch. I don't give a shit. What saddens me about Ethan Ralph is the fact that he's created 2 children who are going to be fatherless no matter what. And
I'm
sorry.
I know there's no way in hell you can make this sound nice though, even though I'm in agreement.
Why'd I bring up Ethan Ralph? Because
Keyjon
T did. Keyjon T in the chat did. Anyway.
Oh, because like the British Empire is pretty bad. The US
British Empire pretty bad.
But like the British are just a little worse. Just a little.
The British are the literal worst?
Listen here, Toots.
How?
You are not allowed to denigrate an empire as you speak their language.
What a good point. The British Empire was the literal worst.
If you
well,
think
you
we're
speak
so worse,
English.
You speak their language, you wench. If you have a problem with any empire,
then go back to where you're from.
Do not go into any place where they had influence and shut your hole, speak a different language. Until you do that, bow to your superiors and say thank you.
Yeah.
Because
you live in
English,
just like
whether
Frogan.
whether you not like it or not, liberated you from barbaric practices, from the very freaking person that you're reading from right now.
The reason why you're allowed,
and be grateful.
The reason why you're able to be showing your tits on stream as you read Osama bin Laden's fucking manifesto is because of England at the end of the day. Ultimately, going back far enough, it's all the British Empire. Get fucked. A British Empire creates America. America is what allows you to do this fucking horse shit.
Western imperialism is literally responsible for every piece of equipment that you're fucking using right now.
Everything you are doing, and why you are allowed to have your tits out like that without getting stoned to death. Have fun.
Keep in mind that when Osama bin Laden calls us bad here, it's because of our debauchery, our homosexuality, and our loaning with interest. That's what he means when he's calling us like one of the worst, and our foreign policy as well. But
I mean,
this
I kind
got
of
her
agree
in
with
trouble
the
due
loaning
to
and
the
interest thing.
Yeah, still.
So she got a slap on the wrist. Her ban only lasted 1 day, so good job, Twitch. Only a few months later, Denims would defend Hassan when he was getting shit on for his awful takes about how hard streaming is compared to normal jobs.
Oh, this was so funny. He's like, streaming's so much harder than having a real job.
I remember watching him and Asmongold talking about this, and Asmon just sitting there talking about a war zone across the other world. And he's just going like, and I find this to be problematic. And I'm sitting there looking at myself thinking, you two idiots get paid like 7 figures to sit there and talk. You wouldn't last a fucking day in a war zone, you two spoiled little brats.
We also get paid to talk, okay?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't say that
we have some self-reflection on it.
Yes. I'm not going to in any way denigrate somebody else in a freaking war zone, and I'm not going to sit there and say somebody else who is getting bombed has an inferior culture. Like, the level of ego to say that is insane to me.
Yeah.
I would never say that about another group of people. Like, there's maybe different cultures that I don't like, but my head, because I'm significantly more moral and my head isn't up my own ass most days, I can at least admit that people are products of their environment. And also, I can't look at a civilization and go, they don't have everything that I value, so therefore they're inferior to me. Like, what the hell? That doesn't even make any sense to me.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a reason why their women are covered up. Maybe there's a reason why they banish homosexuals. Maybe there's a reason why they're thrown off the top of the rooftops. Because if you look at what happened with us and how we allow homosexuality, and look at how far it's got in our society, like, yeah, I can maybe make a case for it.
Yeah, maybe.
She tweeted, as someone who has worked 12-hour shifts of a 4-hour commute while going to university full-time, streaming is easily the hardest job I've had. The post-stream social exhaustion is so real I don't even...
Oh, shut your hole.
Okay. Where do I start? Look,
Someone said, Spoon, that's not true. Which one? Which part isn't true? I said a whole bunch of things then.
Yeah. What I'll say about this, though, right now, is that streaming is very easy. I'm sitting in... Look, you have to prepare? Yes. Do you have to get things ready? Yes. But streaming, comparatively to working a 12-hour desk job or working at... look, and I'm I think one of a very few number of people who've done kind of everything. In that, I've worked in retail, I've worked in an office job, I've worked in academia, and I've done YouTube. And so I've not done like manual labor outside of the little bit I had to do in my retail work. But the reality is that I'm very, I think it's actually lucky. I think it's actually, maybe not lucky is the right word, but I think it's a good thing for me to have had those variety of experiences that I've done retail, I've done office work, I've done academia, and now I've done YouTube. And the reality is that I don't think Denim's like 12-hour shifts and a 4-hour commute while going to uni for full time. By the way, Denims, when my first job, I was also going to uni first time, so cool. But whatever. Streaming is the hardest job I've had.
No, this post has been deleted. I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I will say.
Yeah, try shoveling fucking asphalt all day, you damn bitch.
Yeah.
Like I've never done that because I'm not a man. Because that's a man job.
I will say.
You think Denims would go do that? Even though I'm sure she's a feminist. You think you go shovel asphalt?
there is a certain mental exhaustion with writing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That because I will say there's working with your
Oh,
hands
good
and there's
point, Chuck.
and there's working
Go
with
ahead,
your
sorry.
head.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that if you're not using your hands and you're mainly using your head and your hands are sort of just like typing on something, there is a certain mental exhaustion from writing. Because I remember the big scripts that I've written, I think I said to Andrew at one point, like that actually took it out of me.
Scripts don't bother me. It's the editing and recording.
Yeah,
But
like
Chuck M said
the Birdman video took it out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
I could tell. I could tell, hon.
The 2 days of editing, I literally woke
I know,
up at
because you were a little cranky.
Yeah, I woke up at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I would have breakfast and everything by 10, and I would sit there and edit almost nonstop. Maybe like another hour to eat lunch till like 3 a.m.
That's what I do.
Every little freaking frame. That was a lot.
Yeah, that's what I do to make my videos, but because I have so much more shit, like I have to do, like fancier editing.
I only did that because that jackass was lying about me so much. Like,
I know.
I am going to just like do. I like.
He did lie about you.
I'm like, I'm going to.
Yeah, made it personal.
I want to say some shit that I can't say on this.
Chuck M said
a certain piece of old crimes.
Yes. Chuck M said 12-hour shifts with 4 hours commute and full-time school is more than 24 hours. Yeah, so she is lying. Obviously, she's lying. 12-hour shifts. No one does a 12-hour shift. By the way, it's against the law. It's literally against the law to have someone work for 12 hours. So she's lying. Lie. Oh, wow, a leftist is lying? Who could believe that?
I will actually agree with Seth, is that people who are brighter, I'm using myself and you and I as an example, there is a certain element of, I won't say...
As you think,
I won't say like grunt work in a derogatory way. I mean a job where you can work with your hands more, but you can sort of like tune your brain out slightly, because there's a nice balance of I use my brain constantly for something, and here I can just use slightly less of it, but I get to work with my hands
12-hour shifts are illegal? I thought they were illegal. Are they still legal? I thought 12-hour shifts, she's driving for hours and working part-time. It just doesn't make sense. 12-hour shift. Really? It's still. I thought that 12-hour shifts were illegal. Oh fuck! Everybody's saying that I'm wrong. I thought it was. I thought they made them so that. I thought 10-hour shifts were the max now. I guess I'm incorrect. Oh, they have to pay you double after that. Okay.
I personally think.
Well, look, guys. It's been a while since I've actually, unfortunately, been doing YouTube for too long. Look how out of touch I am now here. I guess I did work 12-hour shifts when I worked at Kmart, didn't I?
Well, when humane, though.
No, when I worked at my office jobs, I would often work 16 hours plus. But that's because I was like, it was an office job, and I didn't like really notice it, right? When you work in an office job, it's easy to forget how much time is passing, I suppose. And often I'd stay late just so to get my stuff done, make my day easier the next day, or make my stuff easier the next day.
I want to hit 50K by the end of this week.
It's not elitist.
And next week.
It's not elitist. How is it elitist that I worked office jobs? I've also worked at a Kmart. Also worked in retail.
No, the long hours.
Oh, I mean, I didn't.
Look,
I guess
I can work, you plebs.
I wasn't trying to. No, I wasn't trying to be. No. I'm saying when you're working when you're sitting on a fucking desk and not having to do anything, 12 hours isn't anything. You know, just saying. Anyway, okay, let's go back to this. Sorry, I didn't realize that. I guess 12 hours is normal. Wow. Okay, I didn't really think about that. You guys are right. I don't believe her though. I do not believe her. Is she saying that she has a 4-hour commute? Is it 2 hours one way and back? So you're talking about it's fucking 16 hours a day while going to university full time. You can't do that. I went to university full time during my first job, right?
I wonder what were your 12-hour shifts?
I didn't do 12-hour shifts when I was working at university. What I'm saying is this doesn't make any sense to me. When the way that I worked when I worked my first job while I was going to university full time. Is I went to university from like 8 a.m. till about 2 p.m. usually, or 4 p.m. I try to make sure that usually by 2 p.m. I try to make sure all my classes were done by. Then I drove to my he's the kind of infuriating person who goes, wow, I forgot to eat. I do that all the time. Or, wow, I didn't even know we've been working for 10 hours.
To the point where
but
it drives
I
me
am that
insane.
infuriating person. I'm sorry.
Aiden will
I
look
can't
at you
do
and tell me she
math.
forgot to eat today.
I
I'm like,
can
how
do
the hell
math.
do you
I'm
do
just
that?
a silly Billy.
You're
Anyway.
You should be able to.
I'm being all right, guys. Stop roasting me.
No.
Stop roasting me.
You will
Okay,
roast the
roast me.
chicken.
Roast me. Okay, go ahead and roast me. Don't roast me, Bill. Don't do it. Don't fry my chicken.
I don't even know how anyone could do it every day.
Anyway.
Denims, you're a substitute for Hassan. You do nothing but yap for several hours and watch full episodes of TV shows on stream. I'm sure it's socially draining.
Yeah, she does that. She just watches full episodes of TV shows. She's one of those people.
Besides that, it's easy work. Your community...
Because Twitch doesn't care.
Oh,
Twitch allows people, streamers, to just watch full-ass fucking shows on stream.
I mean, if people
It's
want
not
me
like
to go
YouTube.
on Twitch and like say some I won't say out there shit, but occasionally funny shit where I can do that, I might actually just like stream on Twitch once in a while.
It makes the laziest content possible, yet yours somehow rivals XQC's and Hassan's in terms of brain rot.
Why are her tits always out? Oh, and here's the interesting thing. Even in her avatar, she shows her cleavage.
Minority Report?
Of course she does, but here's what she does. She doesn't actually watch Minority Report or Majority Report. As he just says here, listen to this.
Is content possible, yet yours somehow rivals XQC's and Hassan's in terms of brain rot. You literally play news footage for 40 minutes straight while your dumbass gets ready for a stream. This is flat out content theft, but it's normal to those on Twitch. In May of this year...
What she will do is she will, hey, look, it's Frogan. She will say, Frogan, the fat Islam, is the fat woman on the right, yeah. The fat woman we just watched earlier, right? What she will do is that she just puts on other people's content and says stream starting soon, and we'll do that for sometimes hours and wait because she's doing her makeup or whatever. What that means is that she's just raking in money. People are sending in super chats or whatever the Twitch version is, bits and stuff, so she can take in money and get people to come in to the chat, and then yeah, that's about it. Playing other people's content. Typical Twitch. I know, you and I as YouTubers, Spoon, isn't this incomprehensible to us?
Yeah, it's immoral.
But on Twitch, this is the norm. On Twitch, this is the meta. This is the way that you work. You do as little work as possible. You just don't let people shit. Leave the room and just go, here you go, guys, watch this thing. Unbelievable, but that's how it works.
Some drama emerged when Frogan said this in response to Ludwig promoting a pro-Palestine fundraiser.
Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Cracker take?
Hey, I can put my money where...
Oh, wow, thanks, Frogan.
...my mouth is. But I don't need to put...
You're allowed to just use a slur. Apparently, if you feel like... Now, again, I don't give a fuck. I think anyone should be able to use any kind of slurs. That'd be great. However, she's allowed to use a slur. We aren't.
Money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take. Thinking about it, like, think of the Twitch streamers that haven't said shit about Palestine. Think about the Twitch streamers that haven't, or like streamers in general. We're gonna go to YouTube as well.
This guy, by the way, is just asking to raise money to give to Palestinians, and she called him a cracker.
And Twitch streamers,
you know,
that haven't said shit about Palestine.
By Mike Tyson that said social media has made you all way too comfortable saying shit without getting punched in the face for it.
Yep, I agree.
There is a lot of people,
need to get punched in the face
punched in the face
in Minecraft. Yes.
Until engagement was threatened.
Almost some of this Denim's part.
You know?
Oh no, why? I forgot Frogan was in this part.
The ones that got the most shit for talking about Palestine since October 7th have been me, Caroline, Hassan.
This take from her pissed a lot of people off.
You couldn't give a flying crap about Palestine unless there was money to be made from it. Let's be real.
Yep. That's why I did it.
None of you people
especially
give
after
a flying crap about literally any
Nope.
piece of information
Nope.
unless it is
Nope.
hot shit to somebody else. The reason why you pay attention, any of you people pay attention to any shit, is because like this is the reality of the world, right? Let's be real for a second. The reason why people pay attention to this kind of shit is because people are freaking bored, and there's a massive machine that cranks out shit that tells people this is stuff you need to care about. That is how the world works. Like, if that didn't exist, anyone you see on news media would have no reason to exist.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, right? It's kind of weird when people just say, like, oh, look, you're grifters because you talk about this or that. I would say, you can apply that same logic to newscasters.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the way the machine works. Don't know why.
Yep.
But,
she doubled down. So, many like Tectone from OTK began criticizing her and making fun of her weight.
Like, the only point of this is to farm outrage.
True.
Good
100%.
God. Fucking Jabba the Hutt just causing issues for no reason, man.
Who is this man?
Jesus
He looks like
Christ.
my brother.
Tectone, apparently.
Oh, I like him.
Good God, fatty. Fucking going on the internet causing problems rather than going to fucking Total Gym. Get a fucking grip, you disgusting piece of shit.
Frogan began coping with
like
the hate.
him. That guy is the shit. He sounds exactly like me. He sounds like an Americanized version of me.
Look at this image.
You somehow made Jabba the Hutt look uglier with more makeup. I don't know how. How the
That's
hell you
exactly
do
what, that's exactly what she looks like, though. Bitch, this you?
And couldn't handle it. So our buddies in the Poggers community came to help. That being Hassan, Caseytron, and Denims. The latter posted, "Yet another male victim of divorce court. Send your thoughts and prayers, everyone, so that he may recover one day." This was picked apart quickly, since the divorce in question occurred due to the wife cheating and posting revenge porn.
Wow, so his wife cheated on him and then posted revenge porn of him, and that's why they got divorced. And they're blaming him for this. Wow, what a bunch of leftists! Oh, who could imagine that?
Denims was never able to clap back from this, so she slowly stepped away from the drama. These are only a few of the bad takes she's had, so I want to delve deeper into some of the others she's had over the past year and a half.
Okay, so there's some other parts. We're not going to go into the rest of this video. She excused Balenciaga. She slandered Froggy Fresh. She defended Keffels. And she did promote her pornography. Okay? That's just the basic rundown of what you need to know. I just wanted to play that part just to give you a kind of basic idea of who Denims is. She's the other person who has gotten, one of the other people who's gotten banned. However, you know who was not banned from Twitch over this is Hassan Piker, who has said things like this.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, Hassan. You notice what I've noticed? What he just said? There's a lot of vitriol in his voice.
I don't care if if women were raped.
That was
by Muslims. I don't care. That's his words. Hassan, you are sickening.
Ah, crap.
Sickening. You absolutely fucking make me, want to puke. Safarius for 5 says, I recommend Starfield. The female characters are attractive and not sexualized. Really? Starfield. I think he's being silly. Safarius for another 5 says, depends on your field. Some factory jobs can go to 12 hours. Yeah, apparently everyone says it's normal. And then Lance for 5 says, when I was salaried, I used to work really bad for 14-hour days when you work 2 jobs. Thanks, Biden. You can easily work 16-hour days. Yeah. I know that, man. I know that now. I think maybe the problem is that when I quit working real jobs, was before the economy collapsed. So maybe that's why my perspective is warped, I guess.
Part of this problem that many people
I'm stupid now.
But I just wanted to let's play through this whole thing again, though.
No. A buddy of mine. This is like a stupid time zone mix-up.
Yeah.
I spoke to him at like 3 o'clock in the morning, or like past midnight, my time, and he said tomorrow he wants to do a stream, and tomorrow is today. And
okay.
So he just messaged me now and just went, just don't want to come on stream. Like, I can't do. I'm streaming now. He's Do you know Andy Pants Gaming?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He's streaming.
Oh my god.
He's streaming with him right now, and it's for the Blaze.
Okay, that's very cool. Sorry.
Yeah, he actually said if we want to stream it, we can.
Stream what?
That stream. He wants me to go on it, but he said if he wants to like stream it on our channel, we can.
You want to do a crossover?
I don't even know how we do that. Unless you just basically want to stream our Discord conversation.
I think we could do that.
I don't even know how that would work.
I wasn't able to even get. I wasn't even able to get into the Trump McDonald's thing, which is the.
Yeah. Maybe ask the chat. Because
guys, what do you want us to do?
Chris just hit me up right now and just I don't know what the conversation is going to be about.
I don't know.
Go on.
Don't bait into it. I think it's gonna be too. I think it's gonna be too difficult, right? I don't know though. Yeah, this will be a double crossover. Oh wow, we're really crossing the streams. What do you want?
I can maybe bring Chris into the stream just now for like 10 minutes.
Sorry, lads, we're a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Sure, bring him in and I wanted to get into the Trump McDonald thing, if nothing else. Everything else was kind of inconsequential. Sure. Anywho, Hassan Piker being disgusting. We saw that.
Half the chat is saying do it, others are saying don't. It's like,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
What a freak.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that
rapist apologist Hassan Piker. There he is. He likes rapes. Also he did this. While you get that figured out, Hassan also he says that Hassan the leftist thinks that colonialism is fine. This guy is not banned from Twitch. As other people are, at least for a month. This is what he had to say about Tibet.
Go ahead. Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why people in America or in Tibet or anywhere else in the fucking world would get kind of upset by you saying that Tibet deserved to be occupied by China.
This is interesting. So he is fine with the imperial power.
Yes.
As long as
he
the
loves
imperialism
imperialism.
Better.
China.
The question for
no,
you,
it's China. It's China.
Yeah.
Communist
China.
China.
For you, Hassan, how is it that Tel Aviv is the gayest place on earth? You don't want them to invade the Palestinians, but you also like the gay culture of the Jews and Tel Aviv. That to me is very strange.
What a curious contradiction. He wants colonialism to enlighten the Tibetan people into the West in terms of not West, of course, but into modernity. Force them into modernity because they're a bunch of savages. But you wouldn't want them to do that you want the Israelis to do that to Palestine, especially like they're the gayest nation on earth. Weird.
We talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
so China unilaterally took over Tibet.
Like
these are their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
I think that yes, I will be.
Jesus fucking Christ!
So by this logic, Hassan, you should favor the Jews kicking the shit out of the Palestinians because they'll bring gay culture, which you're passively favor of. So by your own logic
if you were
here,
consistent, yes.
Yes, you would have no problems with the Palestinians having the inferior culture because they repress gays. If I'm following your old version of your
own logic, you should want Israel to take over Palestine completely.
Yes.
And install gay democracy. Literal gay democracy. Because they're so backward. Now, I don't care what you think about Tibet or whatever, but by his logic here, you're completely correct. Then you think that Israel, you should be in a position of thinking that Israel should take over Palestine.
Yes.
Beyond the record,
just like America did it.
That while the Chinese government,
I'm not going to say it.
Well, there is no equivalent in
Yes, Ethan Klein did give Hassan a mile of rope to hang himself from.
American intervention that you can point to in a similar capacity, unless you're talking about.
Okay, so
and I think this is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is
what you mean, like a bunch of people that you worship.
I can say.
The founders of the Democrat Party who you worship.
I could say some based shit right now, but I can't.
We're all all the Democrats you worship who founded that, they were all slave owners.
I want to say based things now, but I can't.
I know.
Violent retribution from a powerful federal government that squashed. Okay.
Tibet is the South in the Civil War.
Yes. Tibet.
What? What?
So
Tibet's a sovereign nation that China just took over.
So you
Oh
have
my
no,
God.
You have no problem with an overarching executive government crushing dissent as long as it's morally okay to do so. I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest.
As long as you think it's morally okay to do so.
I mean, that's
By the way,
kind of what we
if he
advocate
thinks that
for, so I can't
China's
give him shit for
okay
that.
with gays and transes, get that shit fucking checked out, man, because China's not okay with that crap at all.
This the thing. He has no problem with imperial powers conquering as long as it's better.
Yes.
But this is normal. That is a normal take. I don't actually begrudge him for this because that's how anyone gets better.
What do you mean?
That's like the superior culture conquering the inferior one.
Sure, I get that, but his reason for
yes.
his reason for preferring that is that, like, oh, the superior culture is conquering the inferior one to make it more woke, so that you know, Tibet is now more full of gays and more accepting of gays and transes.
Yes, and my
women.
point is
But none of that is true because China is not accepting of gays or trans or women at all.
Yes,
so
I
like,
know. But
it's
in
pointless.
his mind, the slavers
Which
is
is
the thing that he dislikes. So therefore, the imperial power, especially as communist, and it's the imperial power is wiping out slavery. That's good.
The reason why he likes China taking over Tibet is because they're commies. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. He has no other reason other than they're commies, and he's a commie. That's it.
Yes. But you're supposed
He'll
to be
say it's because of
pro-democracy,
equality.
and so is Tel Aviv.
Well,
Tel Aviv has homosexuality
good
and
point.
democracy, Hassan.
Then you should. Actually,
what
Hassan
exactly
should
about
want
the
Tel
Palestine-
Aviv.
What exactly
Hassan should
about
want Israel to take over
Palestine's
the whole world.
Yeah,
because they're the gayest country on earth. Israel is.
What do you actually want the Palestinians to preserve of their own culture?
Throwing gays off. Wait. I mean, I don't know. Their beautiful culture of throwing gays off. Wait, Nate. Wait. He can't tell you. I have the
really
same
fucking
cadence
bad
and accent as Ann Coulter.
No, you don't.
I kind of want to take that
insulting.
as a. I kind of want to take that as a compliment.
But you don't.
I grew up on Ann Coulter. I read her books when I was a kid.
That's kind of gay.
Well, when I was like 11, man, I was like 11 or 12. My dad gave me a bunch of Ann Coulter books, so I'm like, I don't know
That's
if
a
I
good
take that
point.
as an
Somebody just said
insult
British
or.
Empire took out slaves, so Hassan should like the empire. That's a good fucking point.
No, but it's not how it works. He should, but he doesn't, because he hates white people. He hates the West. He is a racist, and not like even like a. He's just an overt racist, and he's
Can you
allowed
send me
to
this
do
clip?
it.
I want to use this in the video.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. This will make a helpful addition.
Bet in the time frame where Chinese intervention happened would be the South. Yes, they were doing slavery.
What was
they
the
were
moral
brutal.
aspect of the war of China?
The interests are obviously like national security or whatever the fuck they claim, but ultimately the reality was that beyond the material benefit,
I can barely speak.
it's that yes, they were a feudal, oppressive, slavery-backed state, autonomous region.
I mean,
So in other words, it's okay to
I'm
just conquer a region if you don't like them. Yeah, got it.
Your current government that you live in is pro-gay and pro-imperialism. By that logic, you should be in favor of America making the Palestinians more pro-gay through imperialism. Because their culture hasn't
he wants
made
to
it so
force
far.
that. He literally wants to force people to be gay.
Yeah, because listen. By the way, Hassan, if you think America is this massive place that can generate a massive amount of wealth, then you should be in favor of America imperializing Palestine, wiping out their culture, making material prosperity, and making them gay. That's by your own logic.
Good point.
This is what you favor. You are in favor of American imperialism because it is spreading the gay agenda, which you are in favor of. You just said the imperial betterment is fine as long as it improves. Well, if you think
for finding
prosperity,
why I played this.
If you
is because Hassan Piker is pro-imperialism.
Yes, if you
when
think
he
America,
likes it.
The main thing about America is that it generates a lot of wealth. And you think material prosperity is needed to make this gay shit, which you think America does, by that logic, you should be in favor of the American imperial empire.
Hassan Piker is in favor of imperialism when communists do it, because he is a communist, and so he is more than just invade and conquer anybody you like, as long as you're a commie nation. I'm down for it.
Thanks for that. I'm gonna. Use
I want to show this. So this is from
SNL.
Saturday Night Live, from this last week, which is unbelievable.
Is it actually funny?
Because no, of course it's not funny, but I can't believe. I can believe it, but Saturday Night Live now is espousing Saturday Night Live, ostensibly a comedy program, is now espousing the exact same talking points as Hassan Piker. That's why I put this at the end of this. Look at this shit.
Honest with stuff over there, you know? Like a lot of young people now that are like for like gay rights and women's rights will be like free Palestine, free Gaza. And then people on the other side are being like, oh, gays for Gaza, huh? Oh, go be gay in Gaza. See how they like it over there. That's why we're going over there. Like, as if that's why America goes to war? Because we love women and gay people so much? Like,
that's not the reason why they hold those signs.
He doesn't... Is this not the most insane shit you ever heard?
But also, it's true that if you held those signs there, they would kill you.
They would kill you. They would kill you.
You wouldn't.
If you were a woman dressed in your nude, if you were nude covered in paint, with a little sign that said "Gays for Gaza,"
by the way,
they'd cut your head off.
What does
you
that
don't
mean?
Understand this?
Like, you know, when the hell the sign says "Gays for Gaza," there's two ways I can take that. One is it's like I'm trying to work the phrase here. It's almost like grievance imperialism.
I suppose so.
I have to attach my sexuality to your cause for the sake of power and flexing. Yeah. Like, I care and I'm also gay, as if any of those things fucking matter. But if it wasn't, like, the reason you do that is because you want to be known as like the gay that is for this thing. That's the one way. The other reason is it also looks like you're saying, hey, look, Palestine, here's some queers. Can we say that?
Yeah.
I remember a time where that used to be a slur.
Yeah, you're allowed to say queer now, I think. A deer tastes king for 10 also says kick spoon. It's the only way. Uh-oh, spoon, what are we supposed to do? We kick you off the roof?
Well,
You're not a gay, though. Thank you for the 10, DRT. What the hell is this, though? Dude, I would like you to go to Gaza, strip down naked, have a big... cover yourself in paint, like they do in the West, and have a big gaze for Gaza, and swing and do a little windmill with your little pee-pee. See how long it takes for you to get fucking defenestrated, okay? It'll take about 5 minutes. But go ahead and tell me why it's okay. Listen to this.
Also, if you want to...
You think we get Mr. Obvious on the podcast sometime?
Who?
Mr. Obvious.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Also, if you want to be gay, just stop bombing them. Like, they'll get to gay, you know?
This is the part that was insane.
Yeah,
stop bombing them. They will get... Again, it is Hassan's take, is that if you just let them sit around, and eventually they'll get to gay. No, they won't.
What makes you say that? We don't bomb Saudi Arabia.
Because the West, quote unquote, got to gay. So they think that obviously these countries they're in a tech tree. They're in a tech tree.
That's a great analogy.
And they need to they have to click the button to go up into gay. That's not how it works. This is such extreme, incomprehensible political illiteracy that is based on an idea of politics that is, I can only imagine, evolved around a video game mindset. Of, yeah, they gotta click the next tech tree. If we just let them go, they'll get there eventually. Homie, that's not how it works. Like, life is not a video game. I know you think it is because it's only your only fucking frame of reference, you fucking weirdo freak. But no, it's not. And they're not gonna get there under their current paradigm in Islam. We just let them get there. They'll just get there if we just stop bombing them. Sure thing, homie.
Oh, like, they're busy. They don't have time to be like, who am I in the deepest parts of my soul? Like, you can't watch your village get blown up.
Lunatic.
Like, I think I'm bisexual, actually. Like, that's not. I mean,
the fact that I know that they pay the people to laugh at this, but this is insane. It's not a linear view of history. It's you're right though. You're close to it though, Metal Gandalf. It's called the progressive march through history paradigm. Yes, the Whig view of history, which is that things always get better and more progressive, and progressive is better. Well, that's a bunch of bollocks. So let's move on to Trump working at McDonald's. I know it was the thumbnail, but let's talk about it. I wanted to get through some of that shit. Trump worked at McDonald's. Let's watch here's some picture of it. Trump went and worked a shift at a McDonald's.
He owns a lot of McDonald's. Okay. That's great. Thank you. Okay.
Now, the reason why Trump did this is because Kamala Harris claimed that she once worked at a McDonald's for some short period of time when she was in college, right? We'll get to that later. I'm shocked by this. I think, first of all, we've talked about this many times. Trump was going to win. Trump was going to win no matter what. They set Trump up to win. They did not actually want Kamala Harris to win. She was set up to be a loser. But this one, in terms of the public polling, set it over the edge. Trump is now leading in all the polls. Well, the ones that aren't completely insane.
Mr. Trump, what's your favorite thing to order at McDonald's?
I like it all. I like it.
What's your favorite thing, though, Mr. Trump?
Everything. But I do like the French fries while I'll be working.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest. I told you this, Spoon. I've told, I think, the chat this before. I hadn't had McDonald's in years since I moved, to Guernsey. I went back to the United States. My dad hadn't had it in years either. Hey, 3 of 12, how's it going? My dad hadn't had McDonald's either in years. So we went to McDonald's and we thought we'd both check it out. So I was like, Dad, I haven't had McDonald's in forever. It gave us both diarrhea. Yeah, it did, immediately. It made us both sick instantly, almost. And it's because I don't eat, dude.
Blop.
No, I don't. And I can't imagine how do you not get diarrhea by eating McDonald's. Both my dad and I had to keep going to the fucking restroom constantly after we got back. And it's like, well, I don't want to eat that again. It made me feel sick. Yeah. You feel just, ugh. But, whatever. I get, McDonald's is an American institution, fine. Go ahead, Spoon, I'll keep playing this.
I listened to Kamala, she said it was so hot. It was so hot, it was such a tough job. But then you have a man that's been doing it for many years with the French fries, right? I want to learn everything. We're going to see, I'm going to learn.
Oh, he's got this big titty Latina with him. Let's go.
Do it right now. Thank you.
Welcome here.
It's poison. It is poison. If you don't eat this stuff for even a year or two, and then you go and eat it, it will fuck your shit up. Literally. House of Hope over 10 says Newsweek ran an article exposing Trump's shift with stage. I will get into that article. I've got it up. The scandal Also claimed a shift must be 8 to 9 hours, despite menial jobs always cutting hours to avoid pain, benefits, and giving breaks. Yet here's the thing. This was a stunt, but it was also real. He did do this. This wasn't fake. He was always... Like, when they say like it was fake, the way they're saying is like, oh, it was all fake, it was all staged. No, just let him work at McDonald's for like 3 hours or 2 hours or something, you know, barely, whatever. Probably 40 minutes to be completely honest. But fine. It was about him. The last time he went to a McDonald's, he gave out a bunch of burgers, people. Gave out a bunch of free burgers, and he threw them out to people, and people loved him. So, yes, is McDonald's poison? Yes, I agree. But it's what the average American eats. Because it's easy. And it looks like a freaking Norman Rockwell painting. The images that came out of this. Pure Americana. Pure Americana.
You remember the Japanese ad?
Huh?
You remember the Japanese ad?
The fake one? What?
No, the McDonald's ad with the family.
Oh yeah, oh, I love that ad.
Yes.
The cute little Japanese ad with the family.
Trump basically looked at that and went, "This is great marketing. Let's do that."
It is great marketing, and the left is now actually in full meltdown mode because they don't know how to respond to this.
Yeah, because anything
everyone
that's
finds this to be
make them seethe.
Well, everyone not insane finds this to be very cute and wholesome. Oh come on, play you little ding dong. It's really gonna be weird. Hang on, I might have to reload it. Probably do.
He owns a and gently lower them in.
Alright, teaching him how to cook the fries.
Fry timer. And then we got a lot of fries today.
Not like it takes long to learn how to do this.
Lowered in.
They don't use tallow anymore, that's unfortunate. They haven't used tallow in I think like 30 years.
Now, in a couple seconds, the Dewey timer is going to go off. When that Dewey timer goes off, that basically means that the fries, we need to lift them out of the oil.
I mean, like, but Kamala Harris,
together.
even if it's, okay, let's say this is staged. First of all, what do you mean by staged? He's clearly doing it, okay? He's there, learning how to work the fryer. Would Kamala Harris ever denigrate herself enough to do this? Of course not. First of all, she hates you. Secondly, she wouldn't be able to learn because she's got the IQ of an amoeba.
And then after that,
I think honestly, Kamala Harris wouldn't be able to figure out how to run the all automated McDonald's machines. She's that dumb.
we're going to put it back down. We're going to let the fryer cook, and then when they're done, we're going to bring them over here. So over here, you have all your fry cartons right here.
Yes, and you're right. Trump is funny. He's the funniest person in politics.
We lift it out of the oil.
It's why he's amusing. Why you enjoy him? Because it's like, dude, the guy's working at McDonald's.
And when those are done cooking,
beef. I did see that Kennedy was pushing for beef tallow on Twitter after this. Yes, I did. Based, by the way.
a lot of our orders today are going to be medium. So that's what we
beef tallow is delicious.
Got the AccuSalt dispenser right here.
Kamala Harris couldn't even figure out how to buy Doritos exactly.
For you, all the salt. So all you got to do, turn it over, let it dispense, and that's it. Yep. That's really that.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
How long have you done this?
8 years.
And you're very good at it, right?
I appreciate that.
Aw. See, how can you... I'm sorry, guys. How can you not like Trump? How can you not like him? He's like, how long have you done this? A couple years? You're good at it.
One other thing, we're going to make
Give a little pat on the back.
separate the fries when we put them into the fry station. So we don't want to mix old fries with new fries. We want to keep them all fresh and ready to go for the customers. I can show you real quick just for the carton. When you're opening these cartons...
Pause for a moment. Just acknowledge the surrealness of this moment. There's a dude working McDonald's for 8 years.
This is the former president of the United States.
I'm literally teaching the second president or future will be president of the United States
how to...
I swear, like in two weeks from now, I'm voting for this guy.
Chips.
It's like, it's fucking insane. It's just
I
so
think
weird.
it's amazing. I think it's beautiful, though. DRT is King for 10 says, McDonald's food is tasty, in my opinion, but Trump gave the same energy as a franchisee coming down and working during a holiday. But Don has had like 5 or 6 Renaissance paintings, like photos this election.
You know
Yeah,
what's really
this
funny?
one, him with his ear nearly shot off. I mean, like, yes, Renaissance paintings have come out of this whole fucking thing.
By the way, I just realized, imagine if this guy had kids one day and grandkids, he would sound senile and
I
insane.
taught Donald
if he-
Trump
yeah,
how
if
to
he
work
just
the
said-
fryer.
Yeah, like if he just said that like in an old man's voice, like, I once taught Donald Trump how to make fries when I was your age. Like that sounds completely
Here,
insane.
Sonny, and sit on my lap. I'll
I
tell you
taught
about
the
the time
former
that I
president
taught.
how to fry fries. Like that sounds completely insane. And it's
I tell
actually
you
true.
about how I taught Donald Trump how to work the fryer. But he would be real and he'd be right. Dude, it's so cool. I don't know how much we're gonna watch this, but it's so fun.
Lift that bottom part up, and that's that, and then we're gonna hold them like this.
I've had many of those.
He's like teaching him how to shove the fries. And I hope he does it right, because I hate when they get my fries all over the fucking bag and not in the damn thing.
Pretty sad when you get right there.
You don't want to squeeze too hard because then you're gonna be kind of packing the fries in. We're gonna make sure the fries.
However, no.
Yeah, exactly.
However, you know what the best McDonald's bit is that the fry that is left at the bottom of the bag, and it's that lone fry. You like that little lone fry.
Grab our fry scoop and we'll put them in there. And that will be that. Also, when the fries come up, we're gonna give them a swirl, make sure they're all evenly salted and everything like that, and then we'll put them on the fry ribbon, ready to go for the orders.
What do you sell? Mostly medium size?
Exactly.
What percentage of that?
That's gonna be their question.
Atris Uranus revives. I found it amusing that Trump served McDonald's around the same Sunday where the mass reading was about servant leadership. How interesting. What serendipity.
What percentage of medium fries?
Yeah, I don't.
But mostly.
Yeah, I think each location is a little different.
Yeah.
I'm an honest, but you feel about Five Guys.
Good stuff.
And by the way, like McDonald's is like an unfailable job because everything is basically automated. You just have to do the things. Everything's got a button and a timer on it, But still, you do have to be. I think this is one of the most wholesome things I've seen in politics in forever. I think that's why everyone likes this. This is just so freaking wholesome. The former president of the United States is there just learning how to fry chips.
Once these come up, I'll salt them. I'll make a couple for us, and then.
If this is fake, I don't give a. It's clearly not fake, by the way. He's there in a real McDonald's, which is, as everyone knows and has known for years, he's like one of the only things that Trump will eat. Outside of his normal, being able to eat his steaks or whatever that he gets personally prepared for him, is that he eats McDonald's. He loves McDonald's because of its organized, what would you call it? It's standardized nature. That's why he eats McDonald's, because he knows that it's all been completely standardized. That's why he likes it. So, I don't know, this makes perfect sense. And it's made every American who's not a lunatic go, that's very humanizing.
Very good. Very good. And we'll probably drop it, once it's your turn, we'll probably drop another basket, and then I'll take care
Look,
of it.
I know, Arden, I know terrible things have happened at McDonald's that are not up to code. But I'm saying that's how Trump thinks about it, as a hypochondriac.
Be careful. 8 years, that's the end of that.
And yes, how low the bar must be, Woolgreath, for this to be the most humanizing moment in politics in decades. Just to make Trump look like a fucking human being. Wonder how many fries he ate on the job? I hope all of them. It's the best thing about McDonald's is those chips. Oh my god! First of all, I'm sorry. I can't help that. I've lived here for too goddamn long.
We're gonna lift them up, hang them onto there.
Burger King, foot lettuce.
And then we're just
Did I keep calling them chips?
gonna drain them. So we're gonna hold it here for around 10 seconds. The oil drain off them. We'll do these ones too. Put them up. Drain them, probably 10 seconds, and then we're done. We're gonna lift this, 2 hands, over, drop it in, and then we can put all of our old baskets
Right,
here.
we all know, guys, we all know this is a publicity stunt. But, has Kamala Harris or Joe Biden ever done something like this? Being willing to be near the plebs. To be near a grease machine. No.
That's because
they
aren't
hate
greasy.
you. They hate you. Trump doesn't. And I truly believe that, because if maybe Trump does, I don't think he does though. Because if he really hated the regular people, I don't think he'd do this.
No, Trump wants to be liked by people.
Yes, that's actually Trump's boon and his demise in many ways.
He wants to be liked and be a showman.
He desperately wants to be liked. Dark Resurrect for 10 says, I think what makes this work is you have a billionaire former president working most people's first job. It's surreal but very humanizing. It's comfy in a way. Yes, it's comfy. This is very comfy. If you guys, now I've never worked in fast food, but I've seen, I know from friends what it's like to work in it. I worked in retail. I didn't work in fast food, but I get this.
Hands, drop it in. Run it back.
And you always keep them separate?
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to mix.
Yeah, exactly. It's humbling of himself. It's a humbling. This is one of the richest people on earth. Former president. And he's at a McDonald's. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden would never, ever humble themselves like this.
Hold it over. Now we get our AccuSalt. Hold it over.
Not
no guys
ever.
Shake it or anything like that. Dispense exactly what you need. Wow. And then like that. That's done. And then we start making fries. We grab our medium carton, sides, bottom, and then we're gonna give these quick salt. Give the salt evenly dispersed, and then all the way in. Make sure
This guy's clearly trained other Mickey D's employees. I love that it's McDonald's.
Are we allowed to give any to the fake news? Hey, by the way, did you see the crowds out there for the fake news? They've never seen crowds like that. Take you a long time to beat that one, huh?
I love him. I love his braggadociousness.
That's a lot of people. What do you think, Doug?
Look, I don't really trust Trump as a politician, but I find him.
I trust Trump as a person. I don't trust Trump the politician.
Yes. I trust Trump as a person. I don't trust him as a politician because I don't trust anyone as a politician. And I also find him infinitely amusing, if nothing else.
Do you know? Do you know Tyrus, who's on Fox?
Yes, Tyrus, exactly.
The big body guy. He said, he didn't like Trump's conduct, right? And he met him once backstage, and he said. He talked to his daughter, his little daughter.
Ivanka?
And no. Tyrus's kid talked to Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said you spoke to her for like 20 minutes. Anyone would have thought like you're her grandfather. And he said, "Oh, this is what he's like behind stage." Because he just thought if I met Trump and backstage he's gonna be a politician. And he's like, "No, Trump's just like a family dude." He's like,
Ardent Party just said, AA said that Trump has the common touch. Yeah.
Yes. And Tyrus just said like, "Oh, this is a family guy. I was completely wrong about him. Backstage, he's the same guy as he's on stage."
He appears to be.
That's not a persona. That's what he's really like.
It really does appear to be like that. Like I've said this before, but like I've seen Trump in person twice, and
I also
the
think
one
it's
I remember
because we also have a tendency to. Because our politicians are from the same class, the same clique, and they're just absolute scumfuck wankers. That if anyone is in that arena, we just assume there's a certain malice to them because of what they are ultimately.
Yes, because that's how most of them are.
Yes,
Trump
exactly.
is the exception to the rule, apparently.
But also Trump is a businessman in Manhattan and New York, and when you think of Manhattan and businessmen, you assume slick fuckers in suits doing coke.
Yeah.
That's like the mentality of... And then you see someone who is from that environment and he's not that, and he's not a politician either, and considering how the media lambasts him 24/7, it's almost like you can't wrap your head around all these three things and
how
hundreds
could these
of people
things
being
exist?
wrong. And like, this is a Manhattan billionaire who is a regular dude, and he's not an asshole to everyone he meets, and he's actually liked by people. Like, that is frame breaking to a normal person, because every stereotype that you've ever imagined, he does not inhabit. And it's the normal people, you're like, how can you be none of these things that everyone before you has possibly been? It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. It was again. I've seen Trump.
People's brains.
I've been to 2 Trump rallies. Right. The second one that I went to was in Charleston, West Virginia, and that was what Charleston, West Virginia. I mean, that's my home state. That's my home people. And when I saw him there, he did something he often does, which he had a speech prepared and he just put it away. He said, "I'm not going to read off the speech. I'm just going to talk to y'all."
Does that a lot.
He does it a lot, yeah. But does any other politician do that ever? I'm just gonna go off the cuff and talk here like a normal person to you, and I gotta say, like, my West Virginian will come out here a little bit, but as a hillbilly, right? We want to be talked to like normal people. We don't want to hear your high, your
uppity bullshit.
It's your uppity, your highfalutin speech. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear you talk to me like a normal person. I want to see you work in the McDonald's for a minute.
I also think
I don't care if it's only for an hour or something. I don't really care about that.
I don't necessarily think it's that. I think
no,
people
it's not entirely that.
No, I think it's just most politicians are inauthentic because they're trying to appeal to you by pretending they're like you. And if someone just comes along and just says, "I'm not like you, I'm a billionaire, but I'm still going to kick everyone's ass in your
name." That's the thing about Trump. He's like, "I'm not like you.
Yeah, I'm rich.
I'm rich as fuck. I've always been rich as fuck."
Yeah, I'm not like you, but you know what I am like? I'm like you in the sense that I hate everyone who despises me, and for that reason,
don't pull the Kamala voice switch. I mean, do you understand that I had to teach myself how to speak in this voice? This is not my natural accent.
I like that Trump doesn't do that either. I like the fact that Trump is just Trump everywhere he goes. Like,
yes,
I'm
he's
not
just
here
Trump.
to impress you. I'm just here to do a job.
I agree. I like that he's just. Oh, don't pull Kamala.
He's just Trump.
Bruh, if you wanted to hear how I spoke when I was growing up, I had to learn how to speak this way, bro. But like, Trump's just he's himself. Or at least he appears to be. And it was.
I guarantee you, if I went back home for a couple of months and I spoke to normal people, this is what my accents will morph into next to no time, and that will be horrifying because everyone would ask, "Spoon, what has happened to your accent?"
Yeah.
Because I'm living amongst my own people, and I will sound like this within about 2 months.
if I were going to be
horrifying to a lot of people.
Why do you say I'm turning to Kamala? The reality is that I grew up. I'm from Virginia. I grew up in West by God, Virginia. This is the way that I used to speak before I moved to Maryland. When I moved to Maryland, then I had to change my accent because they made fun of me for it. So there you go. I had to learn how to speak in a non-regional diction.
And we spoke how we all spoke before we decided to get all.
You've heard my Japanese. You're a good fan. I can speak in Japanese too. Anyways, go on.
Gotta report back. There's something going on. Something's happening, Margot. That's not normal.
So you want to give it a try?
I do.
You can step it over here. We're going to grab the mask in 2 hands. And then you can go right into here on the left. Yep, slowly, right here. Slowly, gently lowered into the oil. Don't want to burn yourself. Up, down. There you go. And then we're going to hit our fry timer right here. That one's going good. Now we can drop another one too. So we'll grab one more basket, 2 hands. Yep. We're going to put it right here.
I know you guys are fucking around. You're fine.
Then we're just going to hit our fry timer right here.
What? Say Worcestershire sauce.
Worcester.
Worcestershire sauce.
No, it's Worcester. That's how you say that.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcester.
It's not anyone who does Worcestershire or whatever the hell needs to fucking jump off a short pier, man.
It's Worcester sauce. That's how you say that.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Worcester.
It's Worcestershire.
Worcester.
I'll fight you in real life. You know, you'll
No,
kill
you
me, but
won't.
you know. Let's go
My
back
forearms are bigger than your calves.
I know. You literally just like punch me in the face slightly. Just like touch me and I just crumble like glass.
I could shatter your freaking cheekbone with my
You
freaking
would literally
pinky.
shatter me.
Now we're waiting for that duty timer. So now when that duty timer comes up, again, hit the timer, take it out the oil slowly, give it a little shake so that we don't get stuck together, and then lower it back into the oil. So we'll probably, this one will probably go off before anybody else. Yep, there we go. Yep, you're good, you got it. So now lift it out of the oil. 2 hands.
We're gonna keep watching this until we get the gist.
Yeah, we get the gist.
Trump, however, learned how to work at the McDonald's. I'm gonna keep watching this. Okay. All right. So, why did Trump work at the McDonald's? Because Kamala Harris claimed.
Hilarious.
Well, yes, but Kamala Harris claimed that she worked at McDonald's. But did she?
And Trump just said, "Oh, we should because it'll be funny."
Here's everything we know. What has Kamala Harris said? Why has Donald Trump jumped in? Etc. Question of whether Kamala Harris has ever worked at McDonald's has become one of the most unexpected talking points. I'm gonna go fuck the Telegraph. Democratic candidate has used it to burnish her middle-class credentials by claiming her time behind the deep fryer helped fund her way through law school. But Republicans,
I get the reference, by the way.
But Republicans have pounced on Harris, accusing her of lying in a desperate attempt to make herself seem relatable to voters.
I mean, that is what she's doing.
McDonald's reportedly has said it could not confirm claims made by either camps because its records do not extend back to when the vice president would have served French fries to customers. Let's be clear about what that means. Kamala Harris never worked at McDonald's.
No.
Okay, let's be really clear about what that means. Kamala Harris never worked at a McDonald's. She was like saying like, what do I say to make me look like I'm a regular human being? Oh, I worked at McDonald's while I was paying my way through law school. Uh-huh. No one believes you, you dumb bint. No one believes you. McDonald's can't confirm it. So, looks like a big L for you. Good luck. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say about this. Trump did this whole stunt to say he would work at McDonald's longer than Kamala Harris has. If McDonald's has no record of Kamala Harris ever working at any of their shops, then it looks like Kamala Harris probably didn't. Now maybe they're just saying, well, we don't have records going back in the 1980s. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of doubt that, though. Kind of doubt it. They couldn't find anything from for the now presidential candidate? Doubt. You can't find it? At McDonald's... Why doesn't McDonald's just say that she did, even if she didn't? Right? You think that they could just be like, yeah, she did because we support her. I think it's because she didn't. Only thing I can imagine. Now, okay. I have to go have a quick pee before I play this because Tim Walz is going to be the biggest woman in the room on The View, which is a difficult thing to accomplish. And I need to prepare myself as a woman to get ready for what Tim Walz is going to do.
Is it that bad?
Yes. Oh my god. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Entertain the audience, please, for me for a moment. Would you, Spoon?
Okay. Chat, she can't see what I'm doing, by the way. And I'm assuming you guys probably can't either. Oh. Yeah. I don't think Aiden knows what I'm doing. I just did it because it's funny. Because this is the thing. On Discord, I wanted to have that in the call. But the way that it's set up on Discord, not on Discord, on OBS is, it needs to be, it's set in like layers in Photoshop, so I had to have it on top of it. But if it was over her browser, the whole screen, this whole screen goes black. I'm like, oh shit, like, I need to put it on a second. I actually need a third screen, to be honest. Or at least split screen this damn thing. And I thought, oh, hang on, can I just maybe drag it over the OBS window? Like, hold on, if I can pull the chat up. How's San Andreas
okay.
going? It's going fine. Don't tell Aiden.
Okay, I don't know what that was about. What I'm going to tell you about is that I think, based on this clip, that Tim Walz is a trans man.
I think he's a homosexual.
Well, yes, obviously. But I think he's also...
Yes, that is why.
The amount of estrogen that is clearly flowing through his veins is not something that a man would normally experience. And maybe it's because he's older. But I think that Tim Walz, and I'm saying this as a meme, I mean very seriously, not as a meme. Tim Walz is a trans man. I think Tim Walz is a NATO woman. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that based on the things that he says here on The View.
About the perception the opponent that the economy is doing poorly, and what
what
do you say to these Americans who feel like they're struggling?
Yeah, well, if they're saying they are, they are. And I think for all of us of prices being out there, I think that's what
a weird thing to say. If they're saying they are, they are. They are demonstrably.
I mean, that's
you idiot.
True. That's just honest.
Called facts. But if they're saying they are, they are.
Vice President Harris has made it very clear that that is a top priority, whether it...
But you're not going to do anything about it, though. You've also made that clear that you're not going to do a single fucking thing about it. Your child tax credits, we're not going to do anything about the economy at all. Huh.
Focusing on home ownership, which we know...
No. You're going to give people homes that they're not going to be able to... That it's going to destroy the economy worse. It's going to make it so much worse. People can't afford. You're going to fucking apparently force people to sell houses under what they're worth. It will destroy the economy. It will... It completely... broken ideas made in the minds of mad people.
Proposals work. If you do things with down payment assistance and you create 3 million more homes, we were able to do it on a state level.
There's millions of empty homes in the United States, at least hundreds of thousands. Why aren't they being sold? You don't need to make more homes. Shut up. There's literally thousands, hundreds of thousands of empty homes in the U.S. that no one can afford to live in because the economy is in the dumpster. Silly woman.
Minnesota, now Minneapolis has 12% more homes and rents went down 4% last year. This can work on a national level. And
exactly, let's do 2008 again. Exactly. Let's do 2008 again. Thank you. Let's inflate shit more. That'll work this time. Let's try spitting. That's a good trick.
37 states already have this in play. You saw when there's a hurricane in Florida, airline tickets shot through the roof. That's not capitalism. That's price gouging. And I think...
What the hell are you talking about, you fucking moron?
When there's a hurricane in Florida, the prices of planes go up? Yeah, because the demand went up. Are commies legitimately all this retarded?
Yes.
That you can't figure out that when demand goes up, price goes up?
Yes. Yeah, that retarded.
Sometimes I'm flabbergasted. I have a friend who's a commie. His name's Commie Mark. He's a good guy. He wouldn't have said something like that.
But he needs to learn economics.
Well, no, Commie Mark, I think would also call Tim Walz here a fucking retard. This is... why did it go up? Duh.
Then focusing on the
demand
going to them. And it's important for us to talk about what Donald Trump is going to do because he did keep a promise his first term. He cut taxes for the wealthiest. He drove up the debt.
No, he cut taxes for everybody, including the wealthiest, which trickle-down economics is not really a thing. But trickle-down economics keeps in cutting taxes on the wealthy does not trickle down. What it does is keeps people investing in America.
Yeah.
Instead of taking their business elsewhere. That's what it does. Trickle-down economics is retarded. But keeping companies in America keeps America more well-funded. That's what matters. Not that difficult.
The numbers.
Do you ever sometimes feel like you're insane? Yeah, like what? I'm not an economist. I feel like I don't know anything about the economy whatsoever. It's not my area of expertise. And then I see people like this saying stupid shit like this. I'm like, oh my god, do you not understand? Could you please just read Thomas Sowell, Basic Economics, Basic, please, thank you. Apparently not. Oh, he's a bad person because he's a right winger, even though he's black. Wait, so which one is it?
Read Frederick and this time he's coming out.
Oh yeah, Frederick List. That would certainly give. Is it List or Least? I thought it was Least. Oh, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce anything. I don't know how to pronounce shit, man.
It's List is German.
Things like Social Security and Medicare.
So I thought it was Least.
Ponzi scheme.
Whatever.
No, so I think the message has to go to talk to people. I think it's.
I know. I just thought it was pronounced Least, so I've been pronouncing that wrong for years. Whatever.
Connecting, as I say, Vice President Harris and I grew up middle class. We understand that. She actually worked in a McDonald's. She didn't go and pander and
What the
disrespect.
hell does that
Where's the
have
evidence?
to do with anything, though?
Where's it? First of
I
all,
worked at McDonald's, therefore you know how the fucking economy works. That doesn't make any sense. It's just. It's
and
just
I
like,
worked at
this
a
is like
Kmart.
this is the worst sort of political pandering because
Yes.
you are running a nation. Supposedly, right?
And we're
you're
talking about
telling me
working
you
at
need to work
fucking
at
McDonald's.
as a qualification. Like, do you realize how stupid that sounds out loud?
It's completely. Trump did it to dunk on you, to make fun of you. First of all, there's no evidence, according to McDonald's, she ever worked at one. Okay? Secondly, who cares? Thirdly,
Yeah.
look,
No, I don't have the hot coffee mod. What do
I
you mean?
don't give a damn. I worked at a Kmart. Whatever. Most people have worked a shitty job at one point in their lives or the other.
Oh,
It's
fine.
normal. And they're acting like the height. Oh my god, she worked at a McDonald's once. This is supposed to be important? You know how many people have worked at a fast food restaurant or a supermarket chain their lives just to try and get through the day? Kamala Harris is born to a millionaire family. You think you worked at fucking McDonald's? The answer is no. God, it's infuriating.
McDonald's workers by standing there in your red tie and take a picture. His policy.
Where's her picture? Where's her picture in her red tie? Where's her picture in her red tie and her little cap? Oh, because she never worked at McDonald's? Weird. It's not like it matters. It's the fact is that you're the elites. Trump is at least willing to go on down there and interact with regular human beings. You would spit on them because you find them to be repugnant. Yes.
These are the ones that undermine those very workers that were in that McDonald's.
Yeah, and you'd
whether
spit
it's
on them.
home ownership, health.
Yeah, you'd spit on them.
Reproductive rights or cost
What
of
the hell does McDonald's do with
Reproductive rights?
Like,
Is
this
that
just
they want them
how
to
much political
pay
pandering
for
can
abortions.
Can I smack into this thing?
They want McDonald's to pay for women's abortions because it's my right. It's my right.
the product. So there's more work to be done.
We'll get into that, the abortion thing here in a second.
Nothing
I'm so
Donald Trump
sickened
is
by it.
proposing does anything about the
Of course, he's on the Total Women panel. Jim Waltz, who is himself a woman.
And every economist, Moody's themselves, talked about what it would do to drive up inflation, potentially leading us to recession. So there's more work to be done.
We're in a recession, you lunatic.
We acknowledge that. I think the vice president's proposals are real. They make a difference, and we need to continue that.
No, they don't.
Okay, very cute. How cute. We're in a recession, you fucking loon. So anyway, some more of the Trump stuff. Newsweek is seething. Donald Trump's McDonald's shift staged? No shit. It was staged.
Everything in politics is a stage, you twin.
It's staged. Trump did not work. McDonald's closed for the day. It was a car. It was a rehearsal.
He served his constituents.
Did McDonald's hire convicted felons? Yes, they did.
That's at least funny.
Isn't that astonishing? That they went. I want to go from this. I want to show you. This is what's astonishing about this hit piece, right? Right. So first of all, like, well, shifts usually go from 8 to 9 hours of work. Yet posts circulating on social media, so Trump worked there for less. So it's fake. He said he worked for 15 minutes. Is what he said. I worked for 15 minutes, which is 15 minutes more than Kamala did. He didn't say he worked all day. He said he worked for 15 minutes. Now, what I found interesting here, too, is does McDonald's hire convicted felons? Talking about Donald Trump saying he's a felon, but the reality is that, yes, McDonald's hires convicted felons. It's one of the few jobs that convicted felons can get. Now, Spoon, I want to ask you this question. What is the race of most convicted felons working at McDonald's in the Americas?
I'm assuming not white.
Oh, it's not white people. Probably.
No. Well,
just because of how many people. But maybe statistically, it's probably not. I don't know this for a fact. I am just, speculating here. I don't know this for a fact. But if you're someone who is a convicted felon trying to get a job out of jail, which, by the way, can you fuck off, Newsweek? You're a convicted felon. You're trying to turn your life around. Can you believe that they're fucking doing this? You are a convicted felon trying to turn your life around. Let's say you are truly reformed. And Newsweek's now saying, Can't believe McDonald's would hire them. Maybe they shouldn't do that. Really? The one place that, like, ex-cons can get hired at? And Newsweek is saying, no, don't hire ex-cons. Sick. What do you want? So you want them to just die, okay? They're trying to turn their lives around. People can turn their lives around, by the way. They can. And Newsweek's saying, no, you're not allowed. Because Donald Trump's the next felon over bullshit stuff that we shoved on him. So now they're going to probably push so that McDonald's can't hire ex-cons. Have fun. People out of prison trying to get a job.
Stupid old lady, get out of my way.
I'm so infuriated by this. It's so fucking sickening. Are you playing GTA or something right now?
No.
Yes, you are.
How do you know?
Because you said, stupid old lady, get out of my way. Can you pay attention to the damn stream?
How do you know that's GTA?
Because you said, stupid old lady, get out of my way, so I presumed it was GTA.
If I...
Judge him.
Are you playing San Andreas, or what are you playing?
Maybe.
Can you
see your game activity on Discord.
Spoon, can you please try to pay attention to the damn stream while we're doing it?
If I'm
This
paying
is
attention this whole,
infuriating.
if this whole freaking time it took you this long to notice, it tells you that I can multitask.
Well, no, it's not that you can multitask, that you always kind of dip out halfway through the damn stream.
I am listening right now. Shut your face, woman. Continue.
Okay, so here's Kamala Harris talking about puppeteering
Also tell Bill to kiss
Jimmy
my ass,
Carter.
fucking judging me.
Here's Kamala Harris talking about puppeteering Jimmy Carter's corpse. This is
By the
insane.
way,
This is
did,
recent.
did you see him on the 100th birthday thing?
Oh, I know.
Dude, did you see the state of him? He's like a fucking corpse.
He is a corpse. He's dead.
I couldn't believe he was alive. I just looked at him like there's no one.
I know.
This
Is it. It's here at the It's here at the bottom of the screen. If you can see it, like it's Kamala Harris, and then here at the bottom of the screen is 100th anniversary thing, 100th birthday. He's dead. And Kamala Harris is gonna talk here about how he happily voted for her.
So look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too. So look, if Jimmy Carter can vote early, you can too.
Who told her to laugh?
Insane.
Like I want to know which
Crazy shit.
because Hillary Clinton did the same thing, like trying
She's
to smile
so much
when it's
worse than
uncomfortable.
Hillary Clinton, though.
But who told her this is a good idea to do?
I don't know.
It makes you look like a sociopath. Like you're just cackling at literally any freaking thing.
Yeah, makes you look crazy. So, Kamala Harris is going to demand that Christian hospitals provide abortions. All right.
What concessions would be on the table? Religious exemptions, for example? Is that something that you would consider?
I don't think we should be making concessions when we're talking about a fundamental freedom to make decisions about your own body.
Oh, you mean killing a baby? You mean, oh. Well, you can't make decisions about that.
You weren't for autonomy fucking then.
No autonomy on taking the vaccine.
No. Then it was,
which, by the way,
a pandemic and unvaccinated. I remember that shit.
Right. Now, I don't know how many of you guys here, and I don't blame you all, whatever happened. Spoon and I managed to escape it. Bill did as well. But that was not part of your bodily autonomy.
No, that was very much a violation of your bodily autonomy.
To take a untested vaccine. Okay. But killing a baby, that's fine. That's your bodily autonomy. Oh my
You
god.
realize there's a lawsuit against the guy from Pfizer and Bill Gates and playing out in the Netherlands.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm not sure how the jurisdiction will work. I mean, legalese is not my expertise, but it's on my Twitter account. I kind of want to see what happens there. Because I don't know how the jurisdiction was work. Because it's the Netherlands government that I think brought the thing forth. So.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm curious to how how that's gonna go.
So apparently, what happened is at a Kamala Harris rally, someone said, "Christ is King, Jesus is Lord," and Kamala Harris had them kicked out. She was celebrating kicking this person out for saying Christ is King, Jesus is Lord.
That's because she's Satan.
You guys are at the wrong rally, is what she said. Let's be very clear. That is a satanic thing to kind of do. He says Christ is king, Jesus is Lord. You are at the wrong rally. Yeah, I suppose so, isn't they? They're at the wrong rally because you are a Satan worshiper. I mean, how else would I expect that? If you don't,
she looks and cackles like an evil maniac.
Yeah, and they all clap because they're all also Satan worshippers. They all also worship Satan. I mean, I know that it sounds conspiratorial, but why is it that someone says Jesus is Lord, Christ is King, she has them removed by her authorities and says you're at the wrong rally?
If she's a maniac?
I don't know how else to interpret that. I don't know. So, Eminem decided to back Kamala Harris. Eminem, who was canceled for years for saying the N-word, is now backing Kamala Harris. By the way, Eminem, I don't know if you know this, but you doing this, you little fucking tool, will not make it okay for you to have said the N-word. They will hate you forever. They will never stop talking shit about you. They will hate you forever. You are always going to be their bitch. You will never escape from this. Doesn't matter how hard you try. You are fucked. Get used to it, you little baby bitch.
Together through the storm, whatever weather, cold or warm, letting you know that you're not alone.
Fuck you, Eminem. That's him. Yeah, this is music, yeah. You never heard Eminem?
No, of course I have. I know him sing.
You said you was king, you lied through your teeth. For that, your feelings instead of king.
Detroit! What up, though? So look, I wrote down a few things I wanted to say. I love you too. Thank you.
You're gonna get accused of appropriation of black culture for talking like that, by the way.
I'm here.
They're never gonna. They will never forgive you. They will hate you forever because you are white. You can't escape your skin. They will hate you forever because you are white. They will hate you, no matter what you do, Eminem. They will hate you forever. Understand that, because they're racists.
As most of you know, the city of Detroit and the whole state of Michigan mean a lot to me.
Oh, a state that's in complete fucking rubble. Interesting. You care?
Because they like shit music.
Going into this election, the spotlight is on us more than ever, and I think it's important to use your voice. So I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please.
Yes, vote for Donald Trump.
Not for Kamala Harris. He's there for Harris Waltz.
That people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think...
Unless I disagree with them, of course.
I think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known.
Unless...
Like if you're a Trump fan.
Unless I disagree with it, in which case I believe it should be killed. That's what he means. As they all do.
Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
No, they won't.
Unless you don't agree with me, in which case you should be killed, yeah.
Oh, you're a foreigner.
Yeah. Well, no, they love foreigners. Well,
Yeah,
if they
that's
don't
what I'm
agree with
saying.
them,
That's
they
the
should be
main
killed
people.
too. Yeah.
And here to tell you much more about that, President Barack Obama.
Okay, no one gives a flying fuck. Well, former president, he can't figure it out. So, also, Bill Gates has given $50 million to the Harris campaign. And this is fine for some reason. Now, by the way, I bring this up because it was the fact that Elon Musk has supported Donald Trump has been like, oh no, money, ignoring all the BlackRock Vanguard stuff.
Millionaires.
Ignoring a little BlackRock Vanguard stuff, which all goes towards the Democrats, but because Elon Musk, the one sole person who supports Donald Trump, who's a billionaire,
yeah,
or rare amongst them. There might be some other ones, but the Koch Foundation maybe, but the Koch brothers. With that being said, there's so many billionaire, multi-huge corporations that support the Democrats, and Bill Gates gives $50 million to Kamala Harris.
He is literally
the richest man in the world, spending millions of dollars to help Donald Trump buy an election.
So talking about Elon Musk.
That's literally what you're doing right now.
But it's what you, again, Elon Musk is supporting Donald Trump. You have BlackRock, Vanguard, all these the Rothschilds, you got everyone behind you. Hollywood, everything. And now, Bill Gates. Oh, boo, I don't know, I'm a big stupid idiot. I'm a big stupid idiot. I'm just reacting because I'm an idiot.
That he would put Elon in charge of government regulations that oversee the businesses that Elon runs.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a thought in my skull. I just react.
Billions to make more than 10 billion on the back end. So in other words, Donald Trump, in front of the eyes of the American public, is promising corruption. That's what he's promising.
Is he?
That guy.
Okay. So what happened here, though, is that Bill Gates just donated $50 million. Kamala Harris.
This election is different. Yes, if our guy doesn't win or our bitch doesn't win, we're going to go to jail.
Yep. Waltz also compares Kamala Harris to Taylor Swift. Because if you don't know, I'm sure you've all seen this, is that Taylor Swift is kind of like the thing for millennials for whatever reason.
I don't know why.
So just anything, if you can tie anything to Taylor Swift, that makes you popular, right? So,
that's pathetic and cringe.
I agree, but this is the same thing with the brat stuff, brat, coconut, Taylor Swift. Here we go. People are pathetic.
We make a mistake on that one. One of the real first qualifications of being a vice president is obviously rifle safety. I think. Yes, it is. You know, I can't think of a vice president in recent memory that.
Oh, cares about Dick Cheney?
Used a shotgun irresponsibly.
Who gives a fuck, Jon Stewart?
The Cheney thing.
Why are they still going with Dick
Bernie
Cheney?
Sanders. Dick Cheney, Taylor Swift.
No.
That one. The shooting?
No.
Having the Cheneys on board?
Nah. You can't Dick Cheney or Taylor Swift. No.
We're a big tent. We're a big tent.
What country did Taylor Swift get us to invade? No.
Yeah. No, don't you think, though, that, and I do this, I believe this, there is still a core group of folks out there, you know, your point being, and not joke, the don't tread on me, the Reagan piece of this, the libertarian piece, but the constitutional piece, there are a lot of people out there. I think Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney give permission to those folks who want to find a reason to do the right thing. It doesn't mean...
Unfathomable.
I don't even know what crack you're smoking to say this shit out loud.
So, Dick Cheney is the libertarian candidate.
The voice of libertarian, like,
and
fucking insane.
And that Taylor Swift, because of her promotion of Kamala Harris, these are our people. Dick Cheney and Kamala, or excuse me, Dick Cheney and Taylor Swift are the people we need to focus on.
Even Jon Stewart's like, what the hell are you smoking?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to react to it. I want to play too much. Sorry, guys. The reason why I'm very hesitant to play that is because it's a Daily Show, and like even more than the second of it can get us claimed. So I'm very cautious about playing the Daily Show. Yeah. So this is Waltz claims that his mother. So he has a net worth of over $1 million. I'd like to point that out. Tim Walz does.
Of course he does.
Here he is claiming that his mother has to live on Social Security.
When my mom looks...
If true, Tim Walz, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you giving your mother some money?
You know what? When my mom looks for that Social Security deposit to be made in her bank account, that's how she's going to feed herself. That's how she's going to get...
That's how she's going to feed herself? Tim Walz, where's some of that millions of dollars for your mom? You freak.
Things done. He doesn't give a damn if his Social Security check comes or not. So let's be very clear. If any of our relatives or anyone gives us this, if they tell us, well, Donald Trump's understand us, that's bullshit. You know
what's bullshit, Tim Walz? All of that. Because your mom does not live paycheck to paycheck off of Social Security. You are a complete... Why can't they stop themselves from lying constantly? It's like they really can't.
Because their audience buys it.
So, Kamala Harris claims she's not a socialist. Ready for this?
President Donald Trump has defined you as an extreme socialist that will destroy this country. So where do you stand? How do you define yourself? As a progressive, as a socialist, as a moderate? How do you define yourself to these voters?
I am a capitalist.
No, you're not.
I am a pragmatic capitalist.
President Donald Trump.
What the fuck does that mean? I'm a pragmatic capitalist.
I'm a socialist. It means I'm a socialist. So that's what it means. So here is Don Lemon. Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, he's still relevant?
Yeah, no one's buying that one though, is my point. Is that no one's buying that shit, Kamala. No, I had to play this one first though. This is a very brutal panel from MSNBC, where they talk to voters about how black people want to vote in the upcoming election.
And let me start with the women.
This is brutal, by the way.
Here, about Kamala Harris.
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day,
Why are you apologizing for that?
It's, well, because she feels like she has to, because she's afraid of MSNBC. She's afraid of them. She's afraid that they're going to cancel her, that they're going to do something to, like, hurt her life by saying, like, I'm not a feminist, I'm trying to say my...
Feminism is cringe.
These people are terrified. They're all, when they do these interviews, they're doing them with people who are terrified of being canceled. And even then, and even this so, this is what they say.
today, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly.
For a female, like Jesus.
She's clearly, hang on, she's clearly a woman. I know that people might be saying tranny, but that's clearly a woman. She's just a deep-voiced woman.
Voice the deepest shit, man.
Yeah.
And about it.
We brought up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers. They love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect.
Yeah.
And the head of the household is the man.
Yes, we talked about this on
flying
Scrump stream.
fuck what anyone says. Men do not want and or respect women in positions of authority over them. Get over it. That is never, ever going to change. It is built into our DNA to look at you and think you ought to be protected. You will never, ever lord power over us as long as you
want to be
draw
protected.
breath.
I want to be protected. Almost all women want to be
We don't
protected.
want women leaderships, ever. You are not going to beat that out of us. Piss off.
But here's the other thing that comes at the other side of that, is that the weird feminists say that means that men hate women. No! Men want to protect women. Men
we think you're too stupid to make tough decisions.
What drives me insane is that throughout the entirety of human history, men have literally laid down their lives. They have died over and over again to protect women. And women to go there and go, I don't really care. It's disgusting. But sensible women like this woman, understand, which is like a basic understandable fact, that yes, women can't make decisions. It's men who make the decisions. Even though she's apparently a feminist. Look, men are the ones who help us. Men are the ones who protect us. And we need to be protected by men, because women, we can't do it on our own. We're not anywhere near physically as capable as men. We're psychologically kind of fucky-wucky more than men are. And but the beauty of creation is that men and women come together in this lovely kind of, concert. And we help each other. We get along with each other. Ideally. Don't say it's gay. It's literally not gay. It's the opposite of gay. But this shit's so stupid. Anyway, let's go ahead.
The woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America, because
she doesn't have anything. Even this black lady, she doesn't have the qualification or the education. She was educated at a historically black college, by the way.
She don't have.
Yeah.
Have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy.
Right.
Like you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
Yes. So the fact that she's the vice president
That's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes. Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for truancy. That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person...
For truancy, which means their children were not going to school, right?
Yep.
Which is what she did as a prosecutor. She locked up parents for the truancy of their children, which, I mean, like, they shouldn't have been locked up, but there should have been some issue there. She also locked up tons of offenders over weed, which then she's like, I smoke weed all the time. Okay.
And claims to be a black woman, but yet she's locking up black women and black men and separating families.
This is the thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, you know, Kamala Harris became black when it was convenient.
Right.
Yeah. Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like she's wearing her blackness?
Absolutely. She's sworn into when she sworn to the Senate, it was as the first Indian American.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. She swore into the Senate as the first Indian woman. Indian woman. Now she's black. She swore into that because it was, I'm the first something. Now she's black. Black people don't buy this shit, Kamala.
Which is, it's fine. We don't care.
We all know she's not black. Let's understand that.
Look at them, all of them say, we all know she is not black. And I think that's the thing, is that the entire black community knows she is not black. Yeah.
We are all clear of that. But my point of view is
I don't really care the rest of us, but like, we all know she's not black. You know who is gonna tell black people how to think, though? Let me ask you this question.
Obama.
Before I open this clip, who is going to tell black people how to think?
Obama.
No. Think of a news host.
Oh God. Joy Reid.
Very close.
What?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon is like
Don Lemon is gonna tell black men how to feel about Kamala Harris.
A lot of voters. And I will just say that you texted me right around the Democratic convention and you said, I am talking to people and Kamala Harris has a problem with black men.
Yeah. And I told the campaign I did not hear from them. I mean, who am I for them to get back to me? But there's a problem. And look, I went from battleground state to battleground state. When they invited me to the convention, I didn't just want to fly there.
He's invited. He's a guest.
Oh.
I said, I'm gonna go and talk to voters in battleground states, and I did. It was not curated. I went up to people just doing man on the street. I said, who are you gonna vote for? Black men. And time after time after time, they said, I'm voting for Donald Trump.
Why?
Now, there are reasons why. They said, because most of the time they said, well, you know, for economic reasons, right? Or...
yeah, because the economy's shit, and it hits the poor the most. Weird. And black people tend to be lower in economic status in the United States. Yeah, might be that's why that the economy's failing hits the poor the hardest. I know you don't care about them because you're a rich elite, but yes.
Because he gave me a stimulus check, and I had to correct them over and over and tell them where that stimulus check came from a Democratic Congress and from Nancy Pelosi, and that Donald Trump actually
you had to correct them.
held the check up so that his name could be put on the check. So they think they got the check directly.
You know what they're actually saying, you fucking lunatic, is that the economy was better under Donald Trump. And you went up to a bunch of black men, and they were like, man, the economy sucks now. And you said, no. The only reason why the economy was better before was because of your stimulus check, which I gave you. Vote for my party.
From him. Meanwhile, Joe Biden has given 1 or 2 stimulus checks as well, but they seem not
1 or 2, what you don't know.
To know and
I like the way that these morons don't seem to think that the people around them are so stupid that they don't understand that printing money is bad for the economy.
They think they're commies. They actually think you can just print money and money printer go brrr, and it's fine and nothing more. That just makes it better.
Yeah, patrons must be respected.
Spoon, if you talk to these people, they legitimately do think that. Why don't you just print more money? Well, just print more. It's not worth anything. Just print more money.
For whoever you want.
They legitimately think that.
But the reasons that you're going to vote for them, I think that they should be accurate and factual, and you should know why you're supporting.
I think so as well, Don Lemon, and none of the reasons that you just gave are factual. Very cute. So also, Kamala Harris's plagiarism has continued. I know we talked about this. What's going on here? Okay. So Kamala Harris had this is not her book. This is in 2007. Kamala Harris plagiarized pages of congressional testimony from a Republican colleague, and in 2012 she plagiarized a fictional story about sex trafficking, but presented it as a real case. It's not just one
book. If you're a prosecutor, you wouldn't do this.
It's a career-long pattern. Just look at this. Line by line, complete fucking plagiarism. Complete, look at this. Complete plagiarism. Will we accept another one? Will we accept this from anyone else?
No.
To me, as an academic, this is disgusting. I mean, just literally line for line for line. Whom versus who? This drives me personally up the wall, but I understand that this is my a personal kind of
grievance, yeah.
Grievance is that I hate this because I really care about stuff like this, but unbelievable. She's just been a complete plagiarist. So the FCC also has filed a complaint against CBS over the Kamala Harris interview. Because they lied. They just fucking lied. So, okay. The FCC alleges that CBS edits the amount to deliberate news distortion, a violation of FCC rules governing broadcasters. So, CBS is about to be sued, or at least investigated by the FCC over this. We watched some of this before, but just to be clear, this is insane.
Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
It seems that...
Reality is that they apparently let her record that like 6 times over. That's the alleged thing, is that was her on her multiple attempts.
Is that why she sounds reasonably smooth?
Should Congress call them in front of Congress and ask them, produce this? We need to know. This is election interference. And if you didn't do it, that should be very, very clear.
Look, I'm no fan of Glenn Beck, but let's hear what he has to say.
Misinformation comes from people not being transparent. When something doesn't make sense, and those 2 clips don't make sense, when it doesn't make sense, you ask for an answer.
What are you talking about? Is that there were clips that came out that were contradictory, where Kamala Harris said one thing and then she said the other in that clip I just played. There was another one where she said something very different. So it was clear that they had taken multiple takes, right?
Normal times, you get an answer and you're like, okay, that makes sense. And you go away.
Which is fine. But they need to be upfront about that. And now it's that appearing that, but it would be one thing if it was like, if you just fucked up and you're like, bleh, you like flubbed your words or something. But she gives a completely different take. A completely different answer in the 2 clips. And CBS airs the one that they think is more palatable to their audience.
Of course.
60 Minutes has an answer that makes sense, then why wouldn't they produce that answer? It makes no sense that you go for a week doing this, because that's furthering misinformation. It makes people more skeptical of what you're doing. Why have that hassle? Just release a transcript. Now, when it comes to calling them in front of Congress, here's why I agree with that. How can we call the social media companies in front of Congress and demand an answer. And yet,
You know what? Fuck Glenn Beck. I don't care. Sorry, I don't care. I just don't care. However, Kamala Harris almost had a basket of deplorables moment. That's way more interesting.
So, Madam Vice President, this question goes to the heart of our discussion tonight because it is not about politics. It's not about left versus right. We're talking about the culture and the impact, the coarsening of the culture, the way in which we have been taught to fear and hate one another, and how our debates have just devolved into sort of trolling one another. How do we get back from that?
So I think that Dan raised, and Charlie, your point is really also hitting on. We have to.
Holy shit! This woman can't give a single goddamn sentence. Look, I understand a little bit of verbal filler. I do, but
that's mostly filler.
It's your job. How have you gotten this far and been so incapable of being able to give anything like a concise response in reaction to a question? It would be one thing if you ask a regular person on the street a question like this. That would be different. But she can't... Okay, answer the damn question.
Tap into and rejoice, frankly, in the spirit of who we are as Americans.
What the hell
and
are you talking about?
We are
no one knows.
An ambitious people. We have aspirations. We have dreams. We
Why
are
does she
optimistic
constantly
by
talk
nature.
like she's talking to a class
child?
of toddlers?
Because her base are people who are mental
We are
toddlers.
Americans and we have aspirations. Like,
We have
bitch, how the fucking hell are you going to handle a trade deficit with China?
I have a dream. Oh, thank you, Lucy Lemonbug, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. I'll get
I'm
to the rest
guessing
of
your head's
the...
feeling better, Lucy?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, great to see you here, Lucy, too. I'll get to the rest of the super chats here in a minute, but yeah,
Spoon is in there,
thank you.
so how was your day? He's not. If I ever get into
But-
that zone on camera, or
You're
on
right,
stream,
though,
something
Spoon.
horrible has happened.
She is talking like she's talking to a bunch of children because the left are... They're like, I just want to sit in my playground and I want to play my video game and I want to play my sandcastle and I don't want anyone
That's
to
not
say
what Dev
anything
sounds like,
mean
by the
to
way.
me. I don't know how to do a Canadian accent.
Help.
Oh.
How about that? That usually works.
I'm a fucking leaf, mate. I don't know how to do a fucking... I don't know how to do a Canadian accent.
Yeah, don't do that again. I don't know what the hell that was.
I don't know what I was doing because I don't know how to do one. How do you do a Canadian accent?
That was like the most stereotypical like French Canadian accent.
Is it French?
Mm.
I can do a French Canadian accent. I can become Jean-François Guéripet. My girlfriend, she just went out into the woods and she went because she is mercurial. I can do that one. Does that work?
I feel violated.
Well, Spoon, would you like me to come over there and violate you?
Stop
It is me, Jean-François Guéripet. Okay, sorry, let's go back to it.
And we, I think, value certain qualities in our leaders.
Sorry, Chad.
To your point is of
I
being
do.
a
The main
teacher.
thing I value in a leader is having a penis.
Those of us who are parents or parent in any form.
You're not a parent. You're a substitute parent. Let's be clear. To children who were almost adults when you adopted them. I think they were like 10. Not saying that they're adults. I'm like they were not babies, right? You adopted some kids who were like 10. I hate the fact she's like, I'm a mom. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. Any minutes, go ahead. Sorry.
A teacher, those of us who are parents or parent in any form. The notion over the last several years coming from Trump and those who follow him, meaning people like who he's running with, not his voters, but just others.
She won't even name JD Vance. Is she that disgusted about JD Vance? What is that? I actually missed that. She won't even say JD Vance's name. That's interesting. That's very interesting. By the way, I think it's fine to adopt children. That's fine. You are their parent, but
I don't.
Kamala Harris. You don't think so?
No.
Fucking ever take up all night.
My
stepmom. I love my stepmother. She's my mom. She's not my mother, but she is a mom to me, right? My mother is my mother. It's a very different relationship from my stepmom. But my stepmom's my stepmom. She's my mom. Secondary mom, fine, but like she's an important person in my life, you know. Sorry, Andrew, if you hear this, but like, I don't know how to say it. Like, she'll never be my biological mother, but she's a woman I care about a lot in my life, who's been important to my life. I don't really. I doubt that about Kamala Harris, because I really doubt, and I'm just saying this based on everything I've seen about her personality, that she has any involvement in her adoptive children's lives. Do you really probably bet she's horrific. Just a guess. Just a guess, though.
The notion that the measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down. It's just wrong-headed.
What?
Wrong-headed?
Most of us would agree.
Who you beat down? You mean like who you beat? Because politics is a fucking battle? Yeah. It's not who you beat down. What a fucking insane thing to say.
That the real measure of the strength of a leader is based on who you lift up.
No, it isn't.
I think most of us would agree.
Oh my God.
And most of us would agree that it is, when we talk about character, it is the sign of strong character to have empathy.
Oh, empathy.
To have some level of concern and care.
Yes, woman shit. Fuck empathy. Honestly, fuck empathy. I'm sorry,
Also,
but fuck. Look, in your personal life,
of
empathy
lifting
good.
people up. Bitch, you were a fucking prosecutor.
Yes, in
Coming
your
from
personal
you, that's
life.
hilarious, because you never did any of that ever.
Exactly. In your personal life, empathy good. In politics, empathy retarded. Okay?
About the well-being of other people, and then to do something about that. And I think there's so much about this election that calls into question whether we are on a track with a Donald Trump as president to actually teach and to show our children our definition of a leader. And is that it? One of the issues that
Trump would be is an excellent definition of what a leader is, yes.
I think has resulted in the kind of toxicity that you've been describing.
God, I hate all this language.
He tends to encourage us as Americans to point our fingers at each other. That's not in our best interest. The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. We are stronger as a nation when we are working toward a common goal.
Which is?
At least on the most basic fundamental priorities. And I think in this election, you can look at, for example, how he presents in his...
Yeah, good question.
In his...
What does she mean by that? What common goal are you working toward? Oh, communism because you're a communist? Weird.
He's not fucking saying anything. This is just empty, vacuous sloganeering.
This is the insane shit about it. Right, she's always
we can achieve anything.
We can do anything.
We are true Americans. We are inspirational. Like, this is vacuous, anti-sloganeering shit that means nothing.
Kamala, do you know why Trump is popular? Why he blew up by working at McDonald's? Because Trump acts like a regular fucking human being, and all the shit that you're saying are platitudes and sloganeering that everyone recognizes as such. We all see it. This is all fake. This is pre-scripted. This is bullshit, and we're tired of it. We want people to be real. If you're gonna look, Spoon and I do not agree with democracy. We don't like democracy. But if you're gonna engage in it, then be real. Don't be a fake fucking plastic figure.
To know that he really does not have a plan for America,
that is about investing.
He has a very precise plan. I've also seen your guys' plan. It's really crazy.
By the way, do you hold on a second, pause there for a second. I seem to remember you stupid jackasses in the previous debate were saying, "Oh look, Project 2025. This is this horrible thing that he has," but he also has no fucking plan. So which one is it?
He has no plan. Does he have a plan or does he have no plan? Well, again, does he have a plan or does he not? They can't decide. Well, the reason why is because they got caught out on how Project 2025 was actually not Trump's plan. They knew they were doing that when they did it, and then they were like, "Oh, we got caught out on it, so we'll just abandon that." These people are so evil and insidious. They don't give a shit. They'll just be like, "We'll just throw anything against the wall and see what sticks."
Investing in our children, investing in our economies and new industries, investing in our relationships around the world. It's all about himself and his personal grievances. And
that's really funny coming from you.
Do we want a president of the United States who spends full time plotting revenge while they sit in the Oval Office?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I would like a president sitting in the Oval Office plotting revenge. Yeah, that sounds based.
Or a president who is actually focused on the American people.
Oh, or a president who's a bitch. Okay.
I would also say as a point that I think the Congresswoman exemplifies.
Why she talks so slow, Lucy Lemonbug? Because she's drunk.
In so many ways. The strength of
I'll
our
explain that later.
Requires a strong two-party system. It really does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It requires.
Doesn't require any of this shit.
That we have healthy debate. That we have
wait a minute. Kamala Harris. It requires healthy debate. Why didn't you debate Trump then? Where was your debate with Trump? Huh? Keep debating Trump. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? Keep debating Trump. That's what you're supposed to do on the campaign trail. But no, you won't do that now, will you? We need healthy debate, except for me. I'm an exception because I'm a black Indian woman. I said I don't know how to describe it. Brack woman? Yeah, Brack, like from Adult Swim. Brack.
Yeah,
there she is. There you go.
Healthy debate. Based in logic and fact, and that we
Woolgrave, exactly. The endless conversation. It's pointless, meaningless, never-ending jargon.
We debate it out. Have good, vigorous debates. Have a good fight over policy. That's good for democracy.
No, it isn't.
It's good for democracy. You getting sober, dumb bint.
To point our fingers and call each other names over trivial, petty grievances.
Such as?
So I think all of that is at stake in this election, and tapping into the commonalities that we have around some of these fundamental principles, I think, is going to be key.
You haven't mentioned any.
I want to make clear what she said there, though, to take away, is that some people are evil. Gotta, make sure that we get the right people involved. We don't want this basket of deplorables. Trump wants to deport people who pick your crops in delusional rants, says CNN panelist. Now, okay, here it is. I want to make sure I got it because I was unsure when I read this article if this was the right clip. But I always read. Look, I will say this as well, guys. I always check the Western Journal. It's my favorite outlet for news aggregation, excuse me. I like the Western Journal a lot. It's very good.
What else is Trump planning on doing, and can he articulate what the needs to be?
I think it's a great question, and it needs to be fleshed out. I think we should probably play the clip, though, of Harris from the Chicago Economic Club, or do we not have it? Because she didn't show up to talk. So here's what I think. He's going to extend the tax cuts. He's going to rein in the federal government and the overburdensome regulatory state, which he can now do because of the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. And he's going to take on these countries that screw American workers. That's the plan. And by the way, he's going to crack down. He's going to crack down.
Oh my! She's like a viper. It's in the plan. Spits at it. Spit on that thing, if you will.
This kind of conversation is why I'm sexist. Because every time I hear women on television, I'm like,
look at her
you're
nose.
a harpy bitch. Shut up. You add nothing to this conversation. You're just an annoying gnat that doesn't shut up.
Oh.
I don't even mean that to be rude. I'm just like looking at your observation.
It doesn't
of your
offend me.
behavior.
It doesn't offend me.
Her.
No, that's what I mean. Again, it doesn't offend me. Because I hate this as well.
On immigration.
Oh, we're doing Aiden, her campaign wants another debate with Trump, but Trump won't do it. You're completely wrong. She won't do the debate. You're JP3. You are completely incorrect. Unless I've missed something massive, I could be wrong. But as far as I know, they don't want any debates with Trump because it worked. It's not going well for them. They've always tried to avoid debates with Trump. So I don't believe you, JP3. I just don't believe you because it doesn't appear to be, and I've not seen any piece of information that goes in that direction. So I don't think that's true. But nice job trying to.
I don't believe that either. Well,
baiting with I think with his nonsense. Nope, Kamala Harris wants to hide from Trump as much as possible.
To the benefit of American workers.
He's going to deport 20 million people, the people who pick your crops, the people.
Trump didn't back out. Trump just never agreed. Because why would he debate with this fucking lunatic? It was honestly, I think it was based of Trump to say no. Unfortunately, he's correct. He is correct. At 3 or 12? Thank you. Okay,
Why would Trump need to debate, though?
Well, as I just said before, if I were Trump, I would not debate Kamala Harris. Because what are you going to get out of it? No. Alright. Okay, interesting, guys. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. I think that...
to be on CNN and he didn't agree. Oh, okay.
Oh, it had to be on CNN. Well, that would be why. She pulled out of a Fox debate.
That's
okay.
A good point, yeah.
She pulled out of the Fox debate. He says he didn't want to be in the CNN debate. Yeah, that all makes sense. Okay, alright, now we've gotten the full picture. Trump doesn't want to go into a CNN debate because CNN is going to be the most extremely biased network outside of MSNBC. Yeah, don't do that. And yes, debates are meaningless. I did a video about this years ago. Anyway, here we go. This thing.
He's going to crack down on immigration to the benefit of American workers.
He's going to deport 20 million people, the people who pick your crops, the
people who pick your crops.
You're basically saying
I would like to say this is that why I wanted to play this clip is to point out how the leftists feel about immigrants. You are slave labor to them. You are crop pickers. You are toilet cleaners. That's what you're there to do. And how dare you get any kind of compunction that you might be anything more than that. You pick crops, you scrub toilets. That's what you do, you slave. Welcome to the left. This is how they feel about you. They want to keep their slaves. That's what they're upset about. They're like, what about my slave? I want them to keep my slaves. There it is. Black and white, clear as crystal. There it is.
people who process your meat, the people who, care for
people who clean my toilet. I need Consuela to come and clean my toilet every day. Oy vey, Goyam, I don't know what else to do if she doesn't come and clean my toilet. Yeah, thanks. I got where you're coming from, bitch.
Your grandmother, the people who serve all sorts of critical functions in this country.
Critical functions like cleaning your toilet. Yeah, I got it. We got where you're coming from. You want slaves. You want slaves. You want them to be particularly undocumented so that you don't have to pay them actual wages. That's the whole point about all of this, by the way. Is that if they're undocumented, you don't have to pay them real wages. You can pay them $1 an hour. Right? That's what she wants. She wants to pay Consuela $1 an hour to clean her toilet. That's what she likes. I can tell from the things that you're saying and not at all from your physiognomy. I'm not saying anything about that. Anyway,
yeah, he's going to deport a lot of people, and that's going to worsen the economy. In fact, there have been, I don't know, like a dozen different independent economic analyses from, again, independent economic analyses from Goldman Sachs, AEI, Brookings, Nomura, Peterson.
Like independent studies, Goldman Sachs.
Yep.
What the fuck? How is that independent?
It's independent for her, so that she can get Consuela to clean her toilet for $1 an hour. That's what matters to her.
Argument. If you want to run on more,
To pick her avocados for us. I can have my avocados on toast because it's really important. I can have my avocados on toast, and they need to be paid $1 an hour. At most, if not, they actually make it cheaper, so I can make my avocados cheaper. She'd love to pay you 10 cents an hour.
illegal immigration.
I can tell from the size of her nose.
As a Democrat, go ahead. I just don't think it's going to work in the election.
He wants to deport 20 million. I'm not done with his. I know what his economic policy is because he has talked.
You want them in this country so that you can use their slave labor because you're a. He's so angry. You are a monster who enjoys slave labor, and I'm sorry. Am I the monster
No,
here
but you do
for
sound
pointing
a
it
little
out?
bit emotional right now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit emotional.
Yeah,
Because because children get brought into America to engage in slave labor to pick avocados for this woman so she can go like, I'd like my avocados to be cheaper. Children who are often also molested in the process. But that she doesn't care about that. As long as she can get her avocados a little bit more easily. That's all she gives a damn about, isn't it? I'm real sick about that. And I'm tired of pretending I'm not. I'm sickened by you.
About it. He doesn't
Make me
understand
disgusted.
how any of it would work, but he has talked about it. He wants 10% global tariffs, which would worsen inflation. He wants to deport 20 million people, which would worsen inflation and reduce growth. He wants to politicize the...
Deporting 20 million people who are being used as slaves. Sorry. I have felt this way for the last 20 goddamn years. I don't want America to have slaves in this country. I know that seems... It's a weird... I know, apparently it's a weird and bizarre opinion to have. It's that I don't like slavery. But for some reason, the left has decided that they love slavery. Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz for 10 says, love to stay, but the wizard started streaming, see you all again. Cabal prevails. Cabal prevails, thank you. I'll get to the rest of the super chats later, but I know that Horwitz was leaving. I can't stand this. This woman is, she just wants slavery.
Federal Reserve, which would worsen inflation.
The Federal Reserve should be just fucking membered. It's the most unconstitutional thing that exists.
Wants to devalue the dollar, which would worsen inflation.
Oh, so she's pro-slavery and pro-Fed Reserve. Wow, who could imagine this?
The American population wants that economy back. What do you say to that?
I say that we should be talking about what the policies are.
They're just too dumb.
Import more slaves for me. I want more slaves. Where are my slaves? So here is Kamala Harris being drunker than I am. Ready for this? Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can.
Kamala Harris being drunker than me?
Shout your own name for a minute. That's what I'm talking about, because it's about you. It's about your family. It's about you. That's what I'm talking about.
She's out of her mind drunk.
There is no way in hell this is an actual political cycle.
She's out of her... I know, isn't it crazy? She's out of her mind drunk. So, here's the new election forecast maps. It's showing Trump ahead 323 Electoral College versus 2015. Yep. This was after the Trump McDonald's thing. Look at my home state's the reddest state. Let's go. And the thing that I actually why I want to point that out actually is because even 10 years ago, well, maybe now, let's say 20 years ago, West Virginia was a blue state. West Virginia was a blue state because it was a state that was run by the coal and steel industry, so therefore by labor unions. The labor unions just all abandoned my home state. They told them to go fuck themselves. So they didn't give a fuck.
Basically just mafia run.
They're mafia. They were a mafia. They are a mafia. They left my home state, told them all to go get fucked, and said, deal with it, nerd. Essentially. It's very difficult for me to explain or even to illustrate to you guys what happened to my home state. But this is why I think you and I get along so well, Spoon. Because you and I have both come from the ashes of a crumbling civilization.
Thanks for that.
No, I don't mean to say it to be rude about South Africa, but it's correct, isn't it? But
it's more like it was purposely destroyed and looted.
That's exactly what I mean. It was purposefully destroyed. That's what happened to my state as well. My state and your nation got crushed under the weight of weird leftoid nonsense. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Yours is way worse than mine. I don't have people necklacing anyone in West Virginia. I don't have anyone raping babies. Which, by the way, guys, if you don't know this, it's a real thing. It is a real thing that happens in South Africa. They will legitimately rape babies. It's not a joke, and it sounds like a meme or something like that. Would be like a fake thing someone would make up. No, it's a real thing that happens in South Africa. In fact, they consider it a holy ritual to rape a baby. I'm just saying.
I don't know about a holy ritual, but they think it's because fucking a virgin.
To get rid of AIDS. To get rid of AIDS.
That's the kind of stupid shit those people believe.
They think that it's a ritual to get rid of AIDS is to rape a baby. A baby!
Oh, hell no, I'm not making CJ fat.
When I read that book, Into the Cannibal's Plot.
Made you fucked up.
Oh, it...
You're like, oh my god, I understand why you feel the way you do.
Yes, I did. I couldn't believe the things that I read in that book.
After people read that book, they're like, Spoon is not racist enough.
It was unbelievable that those were real things. I knew about the necklacing. I didn't know about the baby rape.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know about that. Like, that's insane. Yeah, Iana Mercer, that's the author. Yes, thank you, Kijante. That's the author of the book.
Yeah, I don't want to read that book because it'll make me depressed and angry.
Well, ooh. It's called Into the Cannibal's Plot. If you'd like to read the book, I would recommend maybe not reading it unless you wanted.
Don't eat while you read it.
The Iana Mercer's book, Into the Cannibal's Plot. It's about how the farmers, the Boers, sorry, you can pronounce it better, Boers, right? The Boers were basically systematically murdered in South Africa. And it's and the things that they did, it's some of the most
By the way,
sickening shit.
That's not an anti-white thing. That's just how they kill people. If you look at how the blacks kill like other blacks when they were like the Zulus and making their way across the
it's so much worse. They also rape kids there.
Yeah, that's just how they kill people. Like if you listen to like how they kill, like they would like dissect each other and like pull out like their intestines of their own kin. That's just how they kill people across the African
one of
plains.
their myths that they came up with is that if you rape a baby, if you I don't even know how to I can't I'm sorry. I don't even know how do I even discuss this topic? But what they apparently believe in parts of these groups in South Africa is that if you have sex with a literal infant, it will cure till it dies. It will cure you of AIDS.
I know about till death.
What else is going to happen?
I don't know. I've not done that. I don't think I have any intention to.
They think that
Kinda
fucking
weird.
it's just like the most horrifying shit. And you when you hear it, like it.
Where are you going with this again?
Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying that I don't know. Just saying that different cultures, isn't it? Just
You've
we're
been
all
going
just
off
different.
weird tangents in this stream.
Aren't we just all? But Spoon, aren't we all just different cultures that are all the same, right?
No, we're not. There's cultures that are definitely inferior and cultures that are definitely superior.
Would you like to hear about how you're in a cult, by the way?
I am aware I'm in a cult. My cult is a cult of sanity.
The people who are raping babies are not in a cult, but here we go.
I'll be glad to explain why I'm a Republican. Number one, I want lower taxes. Number two, I want conservative judges on the court.
with Trump.
Number three, I want a better economy for American workers. Number four, I want a president who cares what's going on in middle America, which the Democratic Party has completely and totally abandoned. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have run this country into the ground. I want a center-right government, and most of the time they're going to do what I want to do, and all of the time she's not. And that's why I'm a Republican today. There's like virtually no politician alive that I think any other American voter agrees with all the time. And it's my right to agree and disagree. And it's also my right to vote for a direction for the government that's basically in line with where I want to be. There's two people running, Trump and Harris. Harris, none of the time is going to do what I want. And Trump, most of the time is going to do what I want. And millions of Republicans are going to make that choice, whether they come from the Romney, Bush, McConnell, Reagan, whatever wing of the Republican Party. Millions of Republicans are making that calculation today. And the reason you're upset is because Harris is struggling, Trump is surging, and you know your party's in trouble.
I mean, is he wrong?
Based.
Wrong. Good point.
I'm amazed how he's allowed on CNN. Because he's just like kicking the shit out of everyone there. No, not less weightlifting.
Give me a second. I gotta get
There you go.
Here's I called this "It's Afraid."
Myself who
Like I said, I have to take a second though, because I'm gonna take up all day. Give me a second. All right, here we go.
Trump's unpopularity is baked in. But here's the deal.
Trump's
If you
unpopularity
believe
is
that
baked
Donald
in,
Trump
what?
has somehow become less popular over time, let me change your mind about that. In fact, he is more popular at this point in the campaign than he was at this point in the 2020 campaign or the 2016 campaign. Look, he's still underwater, right, with a negative 9-point net favorability rating. But that is higher than he was in 2020 at minus 12 points when he nearly won. And it is way higher than the minus 27 net favorability.
You okay?
You mean when he won the presidency? Oh, what? Wow. It's way higher than when he won. Sorry. Oh my god. I'm trying to get rid of these hiccups. These are really bad. But here we go.
Drink water upside down.
No,
Drink water upside down.
No, it doesn't work. It's just about swallow.
Yes,
Give me
it
a second.
does. What do you mean you can't swallow? How do you not swallow upside down?
Ability back in 2016 when he did win. So I think there's this real question in Kamala Harris's mind, in the campaign's mind, why is Trump more popular now than he was at this point in 2020 and 2016? And I think that is why you're seeing the sharpening attacks, because they want to put him back down to here, or even there's no way that they're necessarily going to back down to here, but they want to make Trump more unpopular than he is right now, because he's more popular now than either point in 2020 or 2016.
So this could be what they're seeing with regard to Donald Trump, but could it have something also to do with what they're seeing with their candidate with Kamala Harris or something?
Yeah, look, Kamala Harris is more popular than Donald Trump, but
No, she isn't. No one believes that. Based on fucking what?
Nobody believes that. What a fucking funny bit, though, I suppose.
Kamala Harris had her popularity rising once, of course, she became the presumptive Democrat nominee. Look, she was at minus 15 points back on July 17, then minus 4 points on August 17, then 1 point on September.
Yeah, whatever. Nobody gives a flying... Okay, so whatever, they're coping, right? I don't give a shit. Does anyone give a shit? What I would like to talk about is that they're coping, they're afraid. It's afraid. I would like to talk about Adam Friended's tweet. Would you like to, Spoon?
What, read this?
Have you not read this tweet?
Oh,
You said this is like...
What do you mean? I fucking replied to it.
I know. So, How about you read it for us? Is what I meant.
Hold on a second. Let me just flip this off here.
Just gotta stop playing this video game for a second.
I just need to get the chat out of the way, otherwise I can't see. This is a very tough election. No, it isn't, Adam. What the fucking hell are you talking about? I like
It's
Trump
really
foreign
not.
policy, and Kamala Harris seems completely unqualified to be president. That said, hold on, let me get Scrump's.
Okay, just to be clear, he's like, Kamala Harris has no reason. She's completely unqualified. Trump has good policy, but don't vote for Trump. Don't vote for Trump. So why? If you don't know who Adam Friended is, Adam Friended is someone I used to go on to a podcast with, or Adam and Sitch, quite frequently. I have not gone on their podcast after they continued to use me as essentially a punching bag, as their local conservative to beat up. I was really tired of that. I will not allow myself to be the punching bag. And I did it for like years, guys. I allowed myself to just get beat up by these guys and just punch me and say terrible things about me. And I was like, okay, well, fine. That's what conversation is like, I suppose. No, I'm tired of that shit. I'm done. And I have... Look, if Adam and Sitch want to talk to me, it's fine, but I will not go on to their show again without a moderator. No. It's either gonna be you, Spoon, or it's gonna be Scrump. No one else. I will not go onto their show without you or Scrump. No. Because otherwise they'll just bully me because I'm too conciliatory. Anyway, here's his stupid tweet, if you will, Spoon.
That said, here are two very big reasons not to vote for Trump. Spoiler, neither of them is January 6th. Even though the first one is related to that. If he loses, even legitimately, which no one believes, by the way, he is going to claim the election was stolen and do his best to set fire to all our institutions. Okay, first of all, I hope he gets elected and sets fire to all our institutions, because they're shit.
Me too.
Two, there's a good chance that Trump will go after his political rivals with bogus lawfare. Yes, this has been done to Trump. Okay, so let me get this straight. You just said this has been done. So you are
It has been done to Trump. Yes.
Yes. Then why can
they
he
do
not
that?
do the same?
Well, he's not allowed to because it's only okay when we do it.
See, Adam, this is
it's
why
only
people
okay
think
when
your
we go
stance
after
is
our
insane.
political enemies.
You're openly saying that this particular person has been under attack illegitimately, so the institutions have been weaponized, and you want the guy to go in there and do nothing because you think the institutions, despite you admitting that they've been weaponized, you want him to go in there and do nothing.
Yep.
Adam, you're an idiot.
Well, actually, what he's saying is that it's okay when we do it.
No, what he's
so
saying
what I
is
said
I'm
is
a complete idiot.
What I said is one, you mean like the left did when Hillary lost in 2016, which is, again,
Democrats have complained about every election loss since 2000.
Every time they leave,
to this fucking day, Stacey Abrams still thinks she won.
Every time they lose, every single fucking election that Democrats lose in the United States since 2000, they have claimed has been stolen. But apparently it's only when the Republicans say, hey, maybe this is a little fishy. Now that's the only problem. We can say that the democratic system is destroyed because I didn't win. That's fine as long as you're a leftist. There's a good chance Trump will go after his political rivals with a bogus lawfare. Yes, this has been done to Trump. So, astonishingly, he's admitting that the left went after Trump with lawfare.
Yep, well done.
Trump said in 2016 that he would put Hillary away. He would, hang her up, essentially. Did he do it?
No.
No. Because it was a braggadocious thing.
Now, see, this is the thing.
Did they do it to Trump, though? They have tried to kill this man 2 times. They have tried to kill him twice. I know you can say, "Oh, well, the Democrats didn't do it. It was random actors." Well, who the fuck do you think? How do you think that animus got built? Okay. Secondly, they have been trying to put him in prison for 8 years. They've been trying to put him in prison for 8 fucking years. You don't want the Democrats to receive some kind of retribution By the way, he didn't even say he's gonna do it. You have been trying to put this man in prison for 8 years. You tried to kill him twice. And then,
oh, I don't like that. Trump might want to like kind of go back against his rivals, and that's bad.
Okay, can we act like adults here? The person you're talking about there's been attempted assassination attempts on him twice.
He's the first president with a mugshot.
You have been trying to put him in prison for 8 goddamn fucking years. You called his election a falsity for 8 fucking years, and you want to now start playing these little games at him. Excuse me? I'm done. I'm so fucking done. No, not yet. I'd like to be though.
Are you sure?
I'm just angry.
You sound a bit tipsy.
I have a little bit of drink. However, not drunk yet. But my point is, I'm tired of this, Adam. I'm really tired of this kind of bullshit. Of you acting like
I'm just a centrist. I'm just a little little fairy centrist right in the middle. Ooh.
The fuck is this? Dude.
By
the way, it's the reason why you got fucking ratioed. Oh, it's when I first saw this, it was a complete ratio. It's not now a ratio anymore. It's because this is a very stupid thing to say. Very stupid thing to say. Anywho, Adam, I'd love to talk to you about it. Highly doubt you'd want to. Meanwhile, in reality, because here's the thing is, Adam friended, Joe Biden is calling to lock Donald Trump up again. Joe Biden says Trump is talking about doing away with the entire Department of Education. He's talking, he means it. This is not a joke. This is a guy that also wants to replace every civil servant, every single one. He thinks he has the right, under the Supreme Court ruling on immunity to be able. Where's my ice cream? If need be, if it was the case to actually eliminate, I'm playing a role. Come on now, dude. Actually physically eliminate, shoot, kill someone who he believes would be a threat to him.
Based.
He hasn't called for his political rivals to be killed, if that's what the president was suggesting. That would certainly make major headlines. I mean, I know this sounds bizarre, Biden continued. It sounds like if I said this 5 years ago, you'd lock me up. You gotta lock him up. Politically lock him up. Lock him out. That's what we have to do. This week, Joe Biden, who's given up, says that he wants to lock Trump up, okay? So what are we supposed to think about all of this? You know? Just saying.
Rhetorical, or are you actually asking me?
No, yeah, I'm asking a serious question. What do you think? What are we supposed to think about this?
I don't.
Joe Biden wants his government to arrest Trump.
Why?
Because he wants him to not be president?
Because threat to democracy.
Threat to democracy, X, Y, Z. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to hit the super chats and then head to bed, shall we?
Okay.
Alrighty then. Okay, where did we stop? Okay. Hey, what's up, Bill?
Apparently, Brianna Wu's claiming she's now hired Rackets as her personal.
Brianna Wu has hired Nick Rekieta as her personal lawyer?
Because she used an internet character in some promo.
No way. You're joking about this.
What? It's a real tweet?
Whoa. Hang on. We have a breaking news update slide. Whoa.
Been that funny?
No.
Wait, it's too funny for Brianna to actually
Bill has come to me with a breaking news update that Brianna Wu has claimed that she is hired Nick Rekieta. This is it. Free Palestine?
Okay, this is okay, it's actually bigger news because it actually means that
where was this?
very top. She's claiming it's a joke now, but
I don't know what you're talking about, Bill. I don't see those anywhere.
they're literally
Oh,
there.
oh, here it is.
So she is claiming it's a joke, which is remarkable because this is the first time she's ever been funny.
Okay. Yeah, this would be funny. Okay. So Wu apparently hired this is a joke. Excited to announce I've retained the best lawyer in the business for Cato Law if Nintendo sues me. This is a joke. Wu, however, here's the thing I'd like to tell you, Brianna.
That we buy that you would do that in real life.
No, that's not what I want to tell you, Brianna. Wu, here's what I want to actually tell you. If you're watching this for whatever reason, which you won't. But here's what I'd like to tell you. Watch your fucking ass. Wash and watch your fucking ass. Because, guess what? A whole bunch of us are looking into all of your weird little involvements with a bunch of different companies. And a bunch of different YouTubers that you've given money to. A whole bunch of YouTubers that you've given money to. Brianna, why'd you give all those YouTubers money? Why'd you give, and Twitch streamers, why'd you give them all that money and what for? Did you file that correctly under the FCC? Oh, you didn't? Oh, you didn't file it correctly? You filed it wrong? In fact, you didn't file it correctly at all. In fact, you didn't file it in any way. You made no filings in any way? Oh, Brianna, it would be terrible if a bunch of us were to find out and were to investigate what you were doing and to do a bunch of Freedom of Information Acts and find out what you were doing with the US government and find out that you broke every single fucking law imaginable. That would be terrible. It would be really terrible if that were to happen. It would be really bad, Brianna Wu. However, that's a story for another time. Brianna Wu probably will be going to federal prison at some point, but hang on, that again is a story for a different time, lads. And if anyone's doing it, I certainly hope I'm involved with it. I'd sure like to be. So I've sure filed a Freedom of Information request into that. I really love fucking with these people by just doing the basic amount of research into it. Anywho, it will be great to watch Brianna Wu potentially maybe go to jail over she won't because she's of course a tranny. So she'll never go to prison for anything. She could rape someone and be fine. Because, trannies can do whatever they want. Anywho, guys, it's the end of the evening. I'm going to go to sleep now. And... Spoon, do you have anything else to add?
No, I
think we're all good. Okay, guys, and we'll see you all next week. I might get in trouble for the things I just said. Brianna Wu, sue me. Please try. Go ahead. Teehee, you please try to sue me or what I just said. I didn't say anything. Go ahead. Try. I'd love to see it. Anywho, see you guys all next week. Bye-bye, and love ya. Oh, wait. I didn't read the super chats. Wait.
Gonna say.
Wait. Okay. So. Oh my goodness, where did we stop? Okay. Has a hop off for 10 says Newsweek ran an article exposing Trump's shift was staged. The scandal also claimed shift must be 8 to 9 hours. I think we read that one. Read that one, I think. We read that one, I think. Seth D for 5 says, thanks for giving me something interesting to listen to at work. Cheers from the Golden State Capitol. Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm glad you enjoyed, didn't mean to sound Asian. I read the two Horwitz, Feinberg, and Horwitz messages. Rick for 5 says people should praise Tim Walz to be in front of liberal women when he looks like a giant baby. He's putting his life on the line every day. Look, they're gonna try and kill you, Tim Walz. You look too much like a baby. They want to kill you. Good lord. I mean, it's true though, isn't it? I can't wait to kill you. Rick for 2 says Jimmy Carter is the JC of the left. JC Denton?
Surprised.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because he's resurrected.
Maybe. Lucy Lemonbug. I read that out when she gave the gift of memberships. Thank you. And Woolgreath says, listen, for 5 says, listen, America. Listen, America has negotiated for part of our country to keep their live-in laborers before I'm sure a second effort would be even more effective. And I suppose so. Horwitz Feinberg and Horwitz for 10 says, I'd love to stay, but the wizard started streaming. See you again, Cabal Prevails. By the way, guys, after this stream, we're doing all these handoffs. Go over and after this one, go and head out and go watch Cabal. Go watch the wizard live. Please go watch Uzlu's stream. Woolgridge for 5 says, remember, Christians smiting evil shouldn't be emotionally wrought. Michael, in his depictions slaying fiends, looks as bored as taking out the trash. I suppose so, man. I suppose so, friend. Yeah. Frog Jupiter for 5 said, did you see Mentis Wave explain Project 2025? I did. I liked his video about it a lot. TLDR, cut the fat, reform the institution, and have more supervision under elected officials. Yes, but instead it's...
I mean by democracy.
Right. Lamented Guide for 5 says, we got a bingo on the bingo card. Folks, check the BC Discord. I'm sure we do. Thank you. Lamented, though. And Slosher gave 5 gifted subs. Didn't say anything. Thank you, Slosher. Thank you guys so much, as always, for watching. And we will see you all next week. Cheers. And as always, bye-bye.